He scored another 2 at the tournament and, well, what do you notice? Yep, 5-headed goals. The only time someone's done that in World Cup history. Germany lost in the final, but Klose had certainly raised some eyebrows. Klose scored another 5 goals and won the Golden Boot in 2006, although Germany lost in the semi-finals at their home World Cup. Totes emotion die Fans. By 2010, Klose was playing for Bayern Munich, where they clearly instilled an "I'm not scared of anything" attitude. African and English safaris look a bit different, don't they? Brilliant. Anyway, Klose returned from his excursion, got a goal against England and was on the score sheet in the quarter-final against Argentina before Germany were undone by a pack of hungry Spaniards. 4 years later, Klose was 36, but he was picked for one last World Cup, much to the German public's frustration. He hadn't had a stellar season for Lazio, but Germany didn't have many out-and-out strikers at the time. Klose, though, delivered again. He scored in the groups, and then in the semi-final, he had his record-breaking moment. Klose got Germany second in that incredible 7-1 victory over Brazil, his 16th, a new World Cup record. In fact, to really twist the knife, he snatched it from R9 in front of the Brazilian fans. Klose started the final, and his replacement, Mario Götze, well, you know what happened in extra time. And with that, Klose called it quits, taking with him the record for the most goals in tournament history and the most match wins in tournament history, as well as 2 bronze medals, a runners-up medal, and that winner's medal. The dream of every single World Cup footballer he fulfilled.
Good morning, you're listening to World Cup Breakfast here with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event, and you can check it out online now. My name's Shebahn Aherne, alongside the slightly OCD, slightly tetchy, slightly moody Gabby.
You know what? No, I wasn't moody until I've come in, and it's like someone's been like spreading cereal across the desk. There's food on the mic. Like who's the overnight? Who's working overnight that's having like I don't know, a buffet while they work? It's disgusting.
Maybe clip this for Paul Ross.
Honestly, whoever it is overnight, please, guys, like the guys in the breakfast show are coming in and it's filthy. Deary me. Okay, let's move on. Let's be positive now.
He's been sanitising the desk.
Honestly, sanitising.
Are you clean freak?
No, a certain way, yeah, but like this was a disgrace. If I had more time, I'll go and get some gloves on and start cleaning. Is that dirty?
Get your mask out.
Dear Lord.
Here, by the way,
Honestly.
Gabby, it's too cold in here.
Shebahn, don't start. Listen, I have this problem at home. Don't start. Okay.
Maybe you're the problem.
When you start work at this early, you can't have it hot.
If 2 people in a room with you, one in one room in your house and one in one room at work, is saying...
Manuel Petit did moan the other day when you come in. It was too
there
cold.
You go.
Well, listen, we have to come to an agreement. We have it cold at the start. Okay, keep us awake, and then at 7 o'clock we put it up a little bit, then put it back down, then put it up a little bit. That's fair.
It's a heat wave, and I have goosebumps.
Listen, relationships always about compromising, isn't it?
That's when I stand.
I'll go and get you a jacket. It's okay.
If you could, that would be great.
Or
Thank you very much. How was your day yesterday?
Very good, relaxed. You know what I watched yesterday? Because there's no football on. Guess what I watched? EastEnders.
Oh no!
I know.
Game's gone.
Max is still there. I didn't know he was still there.
Max Branning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching Sharon still there. Who else was still there? Ian Beale's still there. I'm just
Who's the woman who would shout, "Get out of my pub"? Was that Peggy?
Peggy, that was. Yeah, she's not there, I don't think.
Oh, good.
But yeah, some of the same. Ian Beale's still there after all these years.
Can he be?
Yeah. Then yeah, Kathy as well. His mum.
I remember when I used to work at ITV. Every day, Gabby, it was like superstar celebrities would walk through the door.
Okay.
And one day, Richard Hillman from Corrie
Yes.
walked in, and I nearly died.
Did you?
I was like,
Big fan.
Richard Hillman. That was mad.
What about you yesterday? Have some nice chill time.
I went to the range. Tragic. Picked the kids up.
Yes.
Chilled in the garden. It was nice.
Yeah, it's a nice day, wasn't it? Just to do nothing.
Pottering around.
Exactly. I just think it was a nice little break as well because we got 2 exciting days of football. Can't wait for it.
Oh, gosh.
Massive games.
Yeah. I mean, the nerves coming into the office today. Everybody's already talking about how they're going to take in the game.
You're nervous?
Am I nervous? Yeah. I'm fine.
Oh.
I'll be drinking Malbec.
Please don't win. Please don't win. Please don't win. That's better, Ed.
Shocker, Rooney. England fans excited though, and you should be. The World Cup semi-final against Argentina is under 48 hours away. Lionel Messi will finally get his chance to face England. The first time the 39-year-old will do so in his stellar career. I mean, that's weird in itself that he's never faced England.
I'm surprised at that. Yeah, but maybe that's why we need to make sure he's first. Maybe his last time he plays against us, he loses.
Oh, shots fired. Okay. Someone who can stop Messi is England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who has spoken to talkSPORT's Faye Carruthers, our England correspondent, about the task of facing Argentina in the semi-final.
Yeah, I think anyone in front of us, we're ready and want to beat. And same as Argentina, they want to come and beat us. But it's about us putting our best performance on to go and beat them. We know it's going to be a tough challenge, like every game is. Never take any game for granted, never take it lightly. And it's about us being on our A game, ready for them.
I mean, you know that he'll be absolutely pumped for this game, Pickford.
And even though it's Argentina, I think what's happening off the field as well, it's ramping up a bit. We're hearing about fights in Florida. We're hearing about the Argentinian managers come out and says, listen, he knows about the history, but he's saying keep calm. We've seen the clips of the Argentinian players, the songs that they've been singing, Argentinian fans singing about England as well. The history, obviously, with the Falklands, with Maradona as well, the hand of God. I think that all adds to it. And I honestly, it's going to be an unbelievable game, and it's going to be a physical game.
Yeah.
Because Argentina, like I said yesterday, they're fighters, they're all warriors. In a way, they walk out of that tunnel, all surrounding Messi like a security. Mm-hmm. It's going to be one entertaining game. We've got to keep our head. Maybe don't get involved in like the Romero sort of tackles that he puts in, because one little one-off missed time challenge, we've seen it before. Get a red card, and then look at Kwanzaa.
I saw Rory Jennings speaking about that yesterday. Yeah. When you look at all the kind of loving around Jude Bellingham, deservedly so, but does it get to the point where maybe you hear the noise, you get a bit overpumped, and maybe a clumsy challenge?
You know what? I don't think so. I think like everyone thought he was going to get booked against Norway and miss the semi-final. He didn't. He kept his calm. He didn't throw the ball away. He didn't over-celebrate his 2 goals. He done everything right to make sure he didn't get a yellow card. He's clever now. Declan Rice. It was Gahey and O'Reilly as well. All knew they couldn't get booked. I don't think they will. I think that the manager will say, listen, don't get involved. Let the Argentinians maybe be over-physical, and maybe they get a player sent off.
Well, that's it. I mean, you look at Martinez.
Yeah, Lissandro Martinez, 100%.
Romero.
Yeah, Paredes, Rodri de Paul. They've got a very physical team, and I think they're going to try and bully us. We've got to keep our heads. Don't get bullied, but don't do anything silly.
Can I ask you about Jordan Pickford? Because he was in goal in the semi-final in 2018.
Yes.
Do you think that you're more confident about tomorrow beating Argentina than you were against beating Croatia?
100%, yeah.
Why?
Because that was early on in that group of players with Gareth Southgate. It was early on, and Croatia had some side back then. You know, Croatia were probably favourites in that game. They were that good of a team. But I think when you go forward, 8 years, and you look at where we are now as a squad of players, the experience they've got in tournaments, how they've got to finals and semi-finals, I think this game we should win more than Croatia game. I've got honestly total faith. If I was gonna go to the final, I would have bought my tickets now. That's how confident I am that we beat Argentina.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at how they play. I look at their weaknesses. I look at how we can get in and around Messi. You know, we've got players that have played against Alvarez before in the Premier League when he was at Manchester City. We know their team of players, and I'm sure with this manager, how pumped he is, how maybe not negative, but how honest he was about how he didn't play good enough against Norway. Previous England managers after the game would have been like, I'm so proud of these players. It wasn't the best of performances, but whoopie do. You know what I mean? They'd be so positive, but he was negative in the right way. I'm like, come on, we're better than this.
We can do more.
I didn't like the phases of play. I didn't like how certain players played. He's honest because he knows to beat Argentina, you've got to be better, play with the best football you played in the tournament. And then if you play France or Spain, you have to, everyone's got to be on it. You only beat those two teams if every player has the game of their lives, not just Kane and Bellingham, not Anderson and Konsa as well. Needs to be everybody to win a World Cup, I think.
6:10 on Tuesday morning, Gabby Agbonlahor is confident that you'll get to a final and you will beat Argentina
We're England, aren't
tomorrow
we?
night.
We are England,
live
aren't we?
on talkSPORT.
We created football, Shebahn.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was the English who created football.
Obviously, it's what we do.
Got a medal for that.
That's why it's coming home. That's what the song is coming home because we created it.
Do you know, I've not
It's
heard enough of
time.
that. This tournament, it's been refreshing.
Yeah, because we're keeping ourselves, you know.
You
humble.
are, by the way. You're a lot more beatable.
Yeah, we
this
are.
tournament,
But
English.
if we do win it, oh Lord, bank holiday Monday.
I'll take the bank holiday.
Oh, imagine those Shebahn.
Come on, England.
Imagine
Mama wants a long lie.
England fans on the border of Scotland trying to get in to celebrate.
Oh, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Do you know what I can't be doing? You lot with your faces tripping you Monday morning if you lose in another final.
No, I've got faith.
All
I
your
really do.
fans turning against each other, blaming everyone else. I was just joking.
I think though, you look at the game though against Argentina and like, I just think Bellingham steps up again. I really do. He's going to look at the fact of like, you know what, I'm playing against Messi, the best of all time. Let me be the star man. He's going to take it on his shoulders.
Do you know what as well, Gabby? Like, just slight sidebar, and I know it's not important, but the picture he put on his Instagram yesterday after all the drama that was happening over here, that guy's so cool.
What page is that?
Is it 23? It's page 3 of
Oh
the
wow,
Sun.
page 3 as well.
It
in the
just
Sun.
popped out. But yes, he's just like the ultimate poster boy, cool dude, professional.
Real Madrid, as well, playing for the biggest team in the world, 23 years of age.
Guile.
Yes. Listen,
Who's this guy?
he's the player that we have to look at, but I don't think he can do it on his own for the whole tournament. He needs other players to step up. Whoever comes in for Madueke, like I said yesterday, can Rashford come in on that right-hand side?
I like the sound of that.
Can he start his tournament? Can Gordon have... Because he's up and down, Gordon. He's good one game. He's not good the next game. Can he have the game of his life? They've got to look at the fullbacks of Argentina and they've got to say to themselves, even if McAllister and Rodri de Paul, who play sort of in that right-hand and left-hand side of midfield, get at them. That's where we've got to hurt them. We're not going to hurt them in the middle of the pitch. They've got too many numbers in there.
Yep.
Can our wingers get at their fullbacks, get crosses in the box of Bellingham? Simple as that. And play Alessandro Martinez because he's not the biggest.
Oh, yes, this is true. I think he's a great player, by the way. I think he's brilliant.
I do like him, but I watched him in this tournament. He's had some poor games, Alessandro Martinez. But when he's at it, aggressive, good at playing out from the back. But there was a goal he conceded in a tournament a couple of games ago where didn't even jump for the header and got beat in the air. That's what we've got to target. Crosses in the box. Romero is very good in the air. Can you miss him out and play Alessandro Martinez?
The Butcher. 03717 223344 is the number.
This will be closed.
Gabby Agbonlahor is confident that England are going to the final to face either France or Spain. That is live for you tonight here on talkSPORT. 8 o'clock kickoff. Can't wait for tonight.
He's a butcher.
He's the butcher?
Let's be positive. Butcher.
Say that to his face.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Manchester United fans. We will get Gabby's thoughts on the news that Yuri Tielemans is off
He's
to
old.
Old Trafford. Was he?
Yeah,
Wasn't old.
His legs are gone.
Wasn't old like 2 months ago.
Old.
Was he?
Legs are gone.
Oh, flip flop.
Good money. He come on a free, by the way. We got him on a free. Good business.
Oh, there's levels, Gabby.
Good business.
There's levels. Plenty more to come this morning on the World Cup Breakfast Show. Up next, it's a focus on the back pages and the news that Declan Rice is fit for the semi-final. Newcastle's summer exodus is set to reach a crisis point. Sean, you'll have heard this news. Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, of course, already out the door. Club captain and fan favourite Bruno Guimaraes has reportedly informed the hierarchy that he wants to join champions Arsenal, with another star player forcing his way out. Darren Bent raised serious concerns about what this loss could mean for Eddie Howe next season.
Yeah, I do feel for Eddie Howe. I really do, because again, if Bruno leaves tonight, he's obviously gone to Tottenham as well. Isaac, they just haven't been able to kind of recruit the players certainly the quality that they've lost. And you look at what they've bought some of these players for. Isaac, was it 60 million? They sell him for 120. Like tonight, they bought him for a fee. They sell him for more. So clearly, he's improving these players. But at some point, I think if Newcastle do want to go to the next level, they've got. I know it's hard with the PSR and the financial fair play, but if they do want to go to the next level and then stay there, they've got to find a way of holding on to some of these players.
Oh, look at Darren and his floral number. Watching on the smart TV, I like that. Sure. Do you have sympathy for Eddie Howe in this situation? The latest is that Bruno has agreed personal terms with Arsenal, but Newcastle's stance is that he remains not for sale.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's really tough, and the challenge that you have is not just if one of your big players goes at any football club, at any level really. People understand there's a time and a place. When two go, that can make other players a bit itchy and a bit nervy. And then if three go, all of a sudden they go, hang on a minute, who are we bringing in? And I think they're right on that cusp. I don't know their situation at PSR, but I've been through that, obviously, in my time at Everton, so I know how dangerous that can be. But I think losing the players of that quality, I think that's really tough on Eddie, and I think he's done a great job there. So hopefully, I mean, look, you never know on the other side of that, good people in there.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Coming home, Shebahn. It's our time. And we're going to party non-stop all summer. All summer. Party time.
Are you?
Yes, party time.
Pausing for you.
Yes.
Express yourself, create the space. You know
Who sings it?
Who sings this?
Oh, Mr. England, who sings it?
Who is it again now?
Miles off of this guy.
Who is it again now? New Order. That's it. I knew it. What a tune.
And tell me the singers of New Order. In order.
John. John, Simon and Peter. There.
Good song, to be fair. No, I do. I wish you a good...
Don't you think we deserve it, Shebahn? Like, this country, like, what we've been through, we deserve some good news.
What have you been through?
Just everything. Just everything that goes on in this country.
In this country, what
yeah,
you've
like
been
the
through?
The negatives.
Oh, the negativity,
the
you mean? It's very different to what you've been through,
The
isn't it?
positivity we need now. Imagine winning the World Cup. Everyone's happy. Everyone's celebrating. Monday's off work. You're having garden parties. Come on. All shade
aside, I did say the exact same thing before the tournament.
We need this.
The country would do well.
We need it.
For a bit of...
You know what I mean?
For a bit of positivity.
Everyone will be together.
Yeah.
Everyone has won, celebrating, winning the World Cup. Imagine.
Yeah. I'd be thrilled for you.
I believe you.
Book me into that garden party.
I will
you're
come.
gonna...
I'll do. On Monday, I'll come and get your kids, your English kids, and I'll take them.
English.
I'll take them away from you
They do.
and your Irish husband, and I'll take them to a party full of English people.
Yeah,
That's what I'll do.
That's
Is
fine.
that okay?
They'll be more than fine. They'll cope. That's funny, isn't it?
It's okay, Mum. Yeah, no problem.
Because I do not speak like that at home at all. Right? It's strictly
You're going
here for that,
nowhere.
right?
You know that.
You know, like in some houses, you are taught from a young age that we don't like these people. Like, we don't do this. We don't do that. And like my daughter is running around just doing Sue Ronaldo at the moment.
Yeah, good.
She's doing the little Haaland dance, and I don't know how she learned that. And she keeps singing England, 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 and I'm like,
What are you like? Biting your tongue?
But she did sing No Scotland, No Party the other day. I was like, and give it a rest.
Are you when she sings England? Are you going into the kitchen and just having a quick wine? Calm down.
Just bang my head off. Though.
Another bottle out
She
the
gets
fridge?
grounded, actually, yeah. Yeah.
You say England again. You go into your room.
No dinner. Straight to your bed. Joking.
Brilliant.
It's really not that house. It's not.
No, good.
It's World Cup breakfast show here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne. Gabby Agbonlahor is with you, and we're counting down to England's semi-final against Argentina tomorrow night. We've got 26 grand tax-free cash up for grabs as well. You can get involved in this. It could be yours, your back pocket, to go on holiday, clear a debt, treat the kids, whatever it is you want to do. 26 grand could be yours. Head to talksportwin.com now to enter. talksportwin.com now to enter. Just wanted to point something out that we've just seen on X. Argentina versus England in the semis. Both teams combined have faced less top 10 nations than Scotland did. Sound.
That makes sense though. Why you went out? Yeah, the draw wasn't nice to you.
No.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Stop giving us Brazil, man.
I know.
Do us a favour.
Haiti, great team.
Right, time now for a look
Okay.
at today's back pages with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Kick off your day with a quality coffee on the go from Costa Express.
Laura Kirk-Francis is with us now. Laura,
Morning, Laura Kirk-Francis.
I'm not like that. No.
How amazing does Laura look today?
Well, because she's from Scotland, you know.
You look amazing, Laura.
I think I actually am from
You look
Scotland
like
somewhere.
Got to be.
Yeah.
You've got to
Ginger
have
hair and a surname Kirk. I think there's got to be some Scottish in there.
You look like going to court. Have you got a court appearance? Or?
Oh my god, I'm getting dissed by Gabby Agbonlahor.
I think
He's
you look
wearing
very
shorts.
Oh
smart.
my god, this is the lowest point of my life.
Mr. Essentials over here.
Yeah, you've worn the same outfit pretty much every day I've seen you. And it's been
T-shirt and
6
shorts.
weeks.
If
yeah.
we rocked
talking
up
to
wearing
me.
that, I bet you somebody. Laura, you're going to have to smarten up your
Yeah, I'll
appearance.
get HR be on the phone being
bet you
like,
do.
can you
Sorry,
sort it
guys.
out,
I'm sorry, I'm
please?
sorry.
Yeah.
Sitting there in your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, one rule for you, one rule for me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is quite cold in here. Can I just weigh in on that debate?
Yeah, go
I
on.
found a little article here that says women's brains work better in warmer offices. Study finds.
So see if I'm rubbish today.
Yeah,
It's Gabby's
it's
fault.
because of Gabby. It's because it's too cold in here.
Cold every day.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
Sorry.
Go on, Laura.
Right then, Jordan Pickford has been, I guess, downplaying all the heat, asking us to focus on the present rather than the history of this fixture. He says we must keep our cool in the sun, the mirror, don't look back in anger. We need to forget about Beckham's red card. Stick to football, we'll keep our wits, heads we win. So everyone relax, we're looking forward. The Times are reporting, Gabby, that Rice is going to be fit for this game. They say he's nearly 100%, which feels like a bit of a stretch. I don't think he's been 100% since August last year. Do you still think he's one of our most important players, even at kind of 60% Declan Rice?
100%.
He looked really tired and some of his corners were bad.
Yeah, I think his set pieces for the whole tournament have been terrible. That's one thing I've noticed by Declan Rice. They've got to be better. But last game was he ill against Norway?
He's been in bed for a couple of days. He's been ill.
That's what people don't realise sometimes. Is that, Laura, they're away for a long time. You're going to get illnesses. Haaland wasn't very well. That's why Haaland come off. So you're going to get injuries. You're going to get illnesses. Declan Rice had a long season, but still, I'd rather 60% Declan Rice. And what a worry for me is, I was talking about it during the game, is Mainu not getting on. He put Reece James in centre midfield. He put Morgan Rogers in centre midfield before Kobbie Mainu. Kobbie Mainu might as well come home.
I don't think we're going to see Kobbie Mainu.
Not a chance. There's something that he's not fancying about him. But Declan Rice, very important. If we can get a Declan Rice performance out of us against Argentina, that'll go a long way.
Just on the subject then of that and the heat, 43 degrees it felt like in Miami that night.
Yeah.
43 degrees. It's baking. It's baking
horrible.
hot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Atlanta might be kinder to him because it's aircon. So
Yeah.
you might be feeling a little bit more with it. You know when you're hot and you've got an upset tummy?
Can't imagine anything
I
worse.
think as well, when you look at Argentina, they play 4 centre midfielders. Plus Messi drops off, so you got 5 in there.
Yeah.
So you're going to need a Declan Rice with Anderson, with Bellingham, whoever else, trying to get in and around them.
Yeah, well,
Player.
domestically, we're going to get into Villa becoming a feeder club for the big boys in a little bit. But Andoni Iraola and Alonso have both been speaking ahead of the new season. Alonso says he doesn't know if he'll get enough time with Chelsea, which is probably not a great start. Is he the right person, Gabby, to get the best out of someone like Cole Palmer? He's going to have to do it quickly.
100% he's the right person. I feel like when you're a manager like Alonso, what he's done at Leverkusen, Invincibles, but also his career. I think when players play like Frank Lampard, the Coventry player, so much respect. Cole Palmer, look at Alonso and his career, playing at Liverpool so well, playing at Real Madrid, and you have that respect for him, Spain as well. So, yeah, I think he'll get the best out of him. But to say that he doesn't think he's got the time.
He says he's not sure whether Chelsea will give him the time he needs to build a squad capable of challenging for the title.
They need to.
It's not really in their business model, though, is it?
But I wouldn't judge Chelsea next season on what they achieve. He needs to dismantle that squad and start bringing in some more experienced players. I know Garnacho's been told, see you later, mate.
He's too busy messing around with his hair, Garnacho. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Did he not turn up to training or something the other day as well? I mean, is that... Garnacho didn't turn up, did he?
I'm not sure, but there's reports that he's not part of his plans. Maybe Roma are interested, aren't they?
I feel all the transfer business goes missing. When it comes to a World Cup year, it's not as easy to. I mean, him doing this press conference yesterday hasn't been forefront. Whereas
I don't think we should concentrate on transfers at the moment. I think we should just concentrate on the World Cup.
because
I
Yuri
think,
Tielemans
maybe we should. Well, should we just forget that one? And we should talk about.
There's no talk about that.
Nothing. No big stories there. Nothing at all. Just Villa
He's
becoming who they are.
That's fine.
Okay,
Gabby.
we'll put a pin in that. We'll be back on that later.
We will actually. That was all thanks to Cost Express. Laura Kirk-Francis, thank you very much. She will be back with us to focus on Villa being a selling club a little bit later on after it emerged yesterday that Tielemans and Digne could be on their way. Coming up, we'll turn our attention to the huge semi-final for you tonight, live on talkSPORT. Spain take on France, 8 o'clock kickoff. Didier Deschamps has said Spain are the favourites. Is he right? We'll focus on that next. Morning.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Kick off your day with a quality coffee on the go from Costa Express.
I mean, as recently as 2024, Bruno Touzazol, he told everybody who cared to listen what he wanted to achieve at Newcastle.
Never said that I would like to leave. Since I signed for the club, I always said I want to put my name in the club history, and nothing changed. Nothing changed from me. It is keeping going. I still want to win some trophy for me. When I signed for the club, I said I want to play Champions League, and everyone said that I was crazy. And we got it. Now I wanna be in Champions League again. I wanna win something for the club. I think the fans deserve. We are worked so hard to get it. So this is still my dream.
And then a year later, Simon, they win the Carabao Cup. And Bruno says, "This is my second home. We're making history. Someday, when I leave this club, I want the fans to sing my name the way they do Alan Shearer." I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Well, look, first and foremost, ask yourself the question, why are these players suddenly all deserting the sinking ship? It's not a sinking ship, but it doesn't appear to be a particularly ambitious one. It doesn't appear to have an ownership model that everyone thought was going to change the whole direction of football. Oh my God, we've just sold to a nation state, one of the richest nation states, and look what they're going to do to football. But they haven't done anything. They're going to buy everybody. They're going to buy Ronaldo. They're going to buy Messi. They're going to have this player here, that player, this player, and they haven't. Yeah. They bought a bunch of players that to some extent, they've gone and made better. And these players are now doing what every player does, which is go, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh, Real Madrid. And that's what Newcastle have found themselves in a position of doing. So ask yourself the question, despite the vilification of a player that 2 years ago said he wanted to stay, nothing lasts forever. He's done his 2 years. He is entitled to leave. How he leaves is the key component part of this. But also, why? Why are Newcastle now a place where people want to leave from?
Yeah.
And that's the problem Eddie Howe's got. That's the problem that Matey Boy says that to everyone they're going to win the league by
chief
2030.
exec, yeah.
Those are the challenges that they've got.
It's not often a World Cup great is known for his time on the pitch and in the dugout. Franz Beckenbauer is one of 3 men to win the tournament, both as a player and manager, and Der Kaiser's tenure with West Germany is iconic. We all know Beckenbauer as that grizzled warrior, so seeing him here, a young, fresh-faced 21-year-old, doesn't feel right, does it? 1966 was his first World Cup, when he was already building a reputation for his strong, marauding play, playing the libero or sweeper role for Bayern Munich. He had to act as a more traditional centre-back for the national team, though. West Germany fell short, losing in the final to England, but you already know that. Despite revenge over England in the quarters 4 years later, a game in which Beckenbauer was keen to get stuck in, West Germany were knocked out by Italy in the semi-finals. At 25 years old, he had a bronze medal, a silver medal, and the gold was coming. In 1974, West Germany didn't lose a single game on their way to winning their first title. And to top it all off, it was on home soil. And this was the team they beat to it, their fierce, total footballing rivals, the Netherlands, a team fronted by Johan Cruyff. Beckenbauer shocked the world when in 1977, aged just 32, he retired from international football to go and play for the New York Cosmos. The world went mad, but when you're going to go and be teammates with this guy, I mean, yeah, fair. Beckenbauer did come back to the West Germany national team, but as a manager in 1986. His task, get through the World Cup without embarrassment. But they reached the final and only lost to Argentina and their iconic captain, who, let's be honest, at the time was unstoppable. Beckenbauer returned for one final World Cup at Italia 90, where he got his revenge. West Germany beat Argentina in the final, and Beckenbauer became, at the time, only the second man after Brazil's Mario Zagallo to win the World Cup both as player and manager. So across 5 World Cups as a player and manager, he got a bronze medal, 2 silvers, and lifted the cup twice. That smile tells you everything you need to know.
Good morning, it's World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne, alongside the legend that is Gabby Agbonlahor with Arnold Clark. You can browse the UK's best used car deals and score your dream car today. You can check out their website for more details as well. We're taking your calls this morning. Gabby said he's more than confident that England are going to be in the final and will brush themselves nicely past Argentina tomorrow night live on talkSPORT. England will beat the world champions tomorrow. That's the thoughts of Gabby. He's more confident of that than what he would have been beating Croatia in 2018. Do you agree with that? 03717 223344 is the number to call if you would like to have your say. talkSPORT understands that there are growing calls within UEFA to back a candidate to run against Gianni Infantino in the next FIFA presidential election. Infantino confirmed he was seeking a third term at April's FIFA Congress and has been hoping his re-election will be unopposed. We can get more on this now with talkSPORT's Max Scott.
Morning, man.
Yeah, good morning. This comes from talkSPORT's brilliant Ben Jacobs, who's been right at the centre of this story, by the way. Shout out to him for breaking the news originally that, of course, Donald Trump made multiple phone calls to Gianni Infantino to put pressure on suspending that one-match ban following Balogun. And so, as you say, Shebahn, there are these growing calls for someone in UEFA to stand up, put their head above the parapet and stand against Gianni Infantino in 2027. He wants to stand unopposed for a third term in charge of FIFA. And Alexander Seferin, who is the UEFA president, would of course be the most qualified name, but he's understood to want to continue in his role. There are lots of UEFA nations that want PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi to stand. That would take sort of some significant convincing, because he's obviously in an amazing position at PSG, back-to-back European champions. But some other names we might not have heard of doing the rounds. There are officials within Bosnia, Sweden, Germany, Norway, Spain that are really interested in the lawyer, entrepreneur and owner of Legia Warsaw, Dariusz Mioduski. He is being tipped as a potential candidate. Now, there are lots of names flying around, but the challenge for UEFA is that it's difficult for them to get support from other FIFA nations outside of UEFA. Gianni Infantino announcing those plans for a 64-team World Cup. For me, this is intentional, because he knows that's going to garner support from much smaller nations. Yeah. There are 211 countries within FIFA, all have one vote. There are only 55 UEFA nations. So if UEFA are going to put a candidate forward and try and get support, they need to get support from other nations. Infantino has been, I think, very tactical in announcing these plans at the weekend. Of course, he's already mentioned it before, but off the back of more bad news for him. So it is still an uphill task for UEFA, but the murmurings and the things that Ben Jacobs are hearing is that they're trying to put somebody forward for an election that is next March. A candidate needs to be announced by next November.
Gabby, throw your hat in.
Listen, anybody better than Infantino. And like you said, it's trying to change it to 64 teams. What's it going to be? A group of Brazil, San Marino, Faroe Islands. Yeah. Like, come on, joke's over. Can't make it any bigger than it is. I think it's worked this time. But you're right, he's trying to figure out ways to get more support. We need him out, simple as that.
Is there such a thing as too much football?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And too long of a tournament, there is as well. This tournament has dragged on a little bit, hasn't it? Let's be honest. But to make it more teams, just crazy statement.
Even Saka and Rice, like, personally, look at those guys.
Shattered
They're
on
not,
that,
and they're going to a World Cup. They want to be the best version of themselves they can be. They've not stopped.
I was just about to say, Shebahn, if you're an Arsenal fan, I think you're worried about the start of next season.
I don't think they play till September.
They need a good
mid-September. I would, if I was the manager of some of these players, I'm saying, listen, go away for a minimum 4 weeks.
I want to say that my driver was telling me this morning, Community Shields this week. A month this weekend.
Yeah. No, none of these World Cup players will play.
You know?
Maybe they miss 3, 4, 5 games of the season because they need a break. Simple as that.
Max Scott, thank you very much. As ever, it's time to look ahead to the semi-finals now in partnership with Sure.
High pressure picks on talkSPORT with Sure. Non-stop protection deodorant that won't ever let you down.
Looking forward to this one tonight. European heavyweights collide in Arlington as France and Spain battle it out in a blockbuster showdown for a spot in the World Cup final.
Brought out of the air, here's Kylian Mbappe! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Never doubt the quality of Kylian Mbappe!
Is this close to the best player in the world, who is defined completely by the World Cup? Every tournament has been his.
Level with Lionel Messi, 8 goals for this World Cup.
We have enough quality, to adapt ourselves, and we can make individual, miracles as well with the ball.
Now it's squared to Pau Kabasi. He strikes it low. Lammers has lost it, and it's hammered in. It's Mikel Merino.
Spain, if they continue playing the way that they play, it will be always a candidate.
They have had injuries that would finish a lot of good teams, and yet they still have a level of control, and they still get it done in the end.
Dembele charging on and finding the net.
Probably even more than 98, more than the 86 team. I think this team has the highest ceiling.
Can anybody at this World Cup stop France?
Oh,
like a bit of that.
What a tune! Who sings this?
Usher?
No, Kanye West. Flashing Lights.
There you go.
Oh, big fan. What a tune!
You're bobbing your head.
Lights. Unbelievable tune, Shebahn.
Is it really?
Wow.
Ooh.
My 20s.
Turn that aircon down a bit. It's heating up in here.
Turn him off. Put some Rod Stewart on.
Alan would hate that
I do
song.
like Barry White, but Rod's the best.
Everyone has France as the strong favourites to win this tournament. No shock there, but history is firmly on Spain's side, having beaten Les Bleus in their last two major competitive meetings in Euro 2024 and the UEFA Nations League. Didier Deschamps has said ahead of the game that Spain are the favourites. Is he right about that? For more on this, we can hear the thoughts of the Athletics Spanish football writer Mario Cortahana is with us this morning. A very good morning to you.
Morning, Mario.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Very
you
well.
are well. Exceeding day for Spain, for the country, for the national team as Spain. It's just don't forget that despite the success in the last years, this is just the second semi-final in a World Cup ever for Spain.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean it's a huge game. How do you think this one's going to go? Do you see Spain as the favourites?
Well, to be honest, no. And I think that we all see that France have been outstanding over the whole tournament. The team that every other team wants to avoid, and probably if there is a team which could put them under a big pressure, it could be Spain. And Luis de la Fuente and the players are convinced that they can make it to go to the final. So there is no fear. There is confidence in what Spain can do. But if you ask me, the best national team over the tournament has been France.
Mario, Spain have only conceded 1 goal against Belgium, clean sheets against Austria, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde and Portugal. Been fantastic defensively, but they haven't faced an attack like this, have they? Do you think they change the way they play a little bit? Or do you think they just go, no, we're going to attack France, we're going to target their fullbacks with Lamine Yamal and maybe Baena or Nico Williams?
It has been a strange tournament for Spain because we have not seen much of the classic tiki-taka, and that means that they have been defending better that we could expect, I would say. So it doesn't mean that they are changing something to face France, but that Spain themselves in the tournament have been different over the whole tournament, not just because of France. So it's a perfect context for us to describe this game, because it's like the best attack against the best defense. So we will see. But to be honest, the level of the rivals for Spain until now hasn't been like, well, obviously they are defending very well, but it's not like they have faced players like Mbappe, Olise.
Yeah.
So it's quite different in my opinion. So of course Spain have a lot of options, a lot of chances to win tonight, but at the same time, if you tell me that France are going to win 3-0, I would say okay, I could expect that, because you know, Mbappe, Dembele, Doué, Barcola, it's crazy what they have.
Yeah, you have some star players as well. I mean, at this time in the Euros, Lamine Yamal had scored the goal of the tournament. Is this the perfect stage for him to really rise to the occasion, or do you have to take the approach that he's 19 and you can't put all of that pressure on him?
Sure, there has been a lot of debate around Lamine over the tournament in Spain, because the feeling in most of the media and the supporters is like he has not been completely comfortable, because when you are one of the biggest stars in football and you are in such a big stage and you see Mbappe shining, Messi shining, even Bellingham shining, and you are not able, because you are coming back from a serious injury and you are not being able to perform at your real level, it's difficult, and we all have sensed a bit of that. And yesterday, Luis de la Fuente said at a press conference that like he's convinced that today will be the biggest day for Lamine Yamal in the tournament. So let's see. He needs that. He needs to make a step ahead, and today obviously is with the final is the best day to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Mario, thank you so much. Good luck
Yes,
to you
good luck,
tonight.
mate.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Enjoy that. Bye
All
bye.
the best to you. The Athletic Spanish football writer Mario Cortajana with us this morning. Don't forget it's live for you here on talkSPORT tonight. Spain against France. That was a look ahead with Sure non-stop protection deodorant that won't ever let you down. Coming up, it's finally time for Gabby to face the music. Can Aston Villa still compete at the top if they keep selling their best players? We'll discuss that next. Good morning to you.
High pressure picks on talkSPORT with Sure, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
That 30-year feud reignited between Roy Keane and Alfie Haaland. So Haaland's dad was obviously at the game, obviously unhappy with how things played out between Norway and England, whether it's his son being penalised for pushing Elliot Anderson in the box and that goal being ruled out, whether it's the ball hitting the spider cam for England's first. So he's really frustrated, and he takes to X to sarcastically congratulate Bellingham and the referee, claimed Norway were robbed by the French referee Clement Turpin. In response, on his podcast, Roy Keane decides to stick the knife in even further by saying that alcohol could have impacted Alfie Haaland's judgment on proceedings because, quote, he always seems to be drinking alcohol at the matches. He added, if you're having a drink, then you're seeing the game differently. No love lost between them. A quick reminder, back in 1997, Roy Keane tore his ACL trying to tackle Haaland when he was playing for City. 4 years later, the two clashed again when Keane issued a premeditated sort of knee-high tackle on Haaland. So, yeah, absolute handbag still 30 years later, Gabs.
Yeah, Roy's a bitter guy, though. Like I said before, I had him at Villa. But at least Haaland hasn't walked out of his country at World Cup.
Oh.
Drop the mic.
Oh.
Where's my water?
Wow. Well, make sure it's not alcohol.
Whatever.
See things a bit differently.
Glass houses.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if grown men need to be behaving like that when they get an opportunity.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to be like that. Haaland's dad, he's devastated. His son's not scored or whatever, and his country's going home. There's no harm in that.
And we hear that Haaland wasn't at full fitness either. Tony Cascarino.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Good morning to you. How's it going? You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT with me, Shebahn, Aherne and Gabby. Agbonlahor, what do we know? This Tuesday morning, English top referee Michael Oliver has been blocked from refereeing the final of the World Cup because of FIFA's policy on matches involving Argentina and England. So he's blocked from that one. In other news, Brendan McCullum has apologised for his failure as head coach of England's Test team in achieving the results required. McCullum left after a run of 7 defeats in the last 9, and the Times have reported that Declan Rice is fit to start tomorrow's semi-final against Argentina, with the midfielder taking significant steps forward from his tummy bug and is no longer isolated from the group. Good news there. Former England striker Darren Bent thinks even if he's not 100%, he has to start.
Well, someone said, yeah, he's ill, and you could tell when we were saying it midway through the first half, like, Dec doesn't seem, his set plays weren't as good as usual. Yeah. Usually when Declan picks up the ball, he drives forward at least 5-10 yards, gets us up the pitch, and then he plays it. He weren't doing any of that. No. So I think if he's over it, he'll come back into the side. Yeah. He has to.
Yes. There was a clip as well, you know, when Sorloth ran through and he should have squared to Haaland. Declan Rice was the one chasing back to try and get Haaland, and you could tell he wasn't sprinting. Mm-hmm. You could tell he was running at like 50%, so you could tell he wasn't right.
Yeah, but I mean, just a few more days in between just to rest up. Hopefully he'll be back to his best. Don't miss World Cup Game Day Drive, by the way, all this week. They're sounding brilliant out in New York City. Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent with a whole host of guests as England prepare to take on Argentina in the semi-final tomorrow night, live on talkSPORT this afternoon. From 4 o'clock, they'll be joined by MLS legend Bradley Wright Phillips and former France defender Frank Leboeuf ahead of France versus Spain. So that's on Drive from 4 o'clock this afternoon here on talkSPORT, and it's time now for this.
When your tires are flat, Aston Villa.
Let's get in there. Come on then, how long we got? 6 minutes. Go on.
6 good old
minutes.
minutes.
Break at 57.
To make you eat it.
57 break. Okay, on time, please.
Laura Kirk-Francis is with us.
Morning, Laura Kirk.
We've been waiting for this, Laura.
Morning, yes. We're going to do a little post-match analysis on your performance yesterday, Gabby. We're going to start. Let's just remind ourselves first with what you said yesterday morning on breakfast about Newcastle. You're having a lovely old time.
PSR what, Shebahn? No one's moaning this morning. Aston Villa hijacking Newcastle's deal for Manzambi, 20-year-old centre midfielder from Freiburg, Swiss international. Newcastle or Villa? I'll come to Villa, bigger club.
I've got a bit of a sympathy going on for Newcastle at the moment. Another summer of drama.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's a shame.
Imagine it's like they're going on they're trying to get dates and it's like, no, don't want to date with you. Don't want to date you. No, that's a better date.
Swipe.
That's a better date. That's a better date. Maybe I could. No.
You're being disrespectful to Newcastle, Gabby.
Sorry.
You're being very disrespectful here.
Not for me. Not for me. Let's go and date that. Yeah.
Just imagine Eddie Howe going, oh, when he gets that message.
Oh, we didn't get another one.
Shove
okay, that's not a shock anymore. Okay.
I can't stand this job anymore.
They're just missing out on everyone.
No.
Yeah.
4 minminutes left.
Karma comes at you quick, right?
Really quick.
You go home after breakfast. At 10:50, the news drops of Tielemans. At 11:29, talkSPORT's very own Ben Jacobs says that Villa are trying and failing to keep Tielemans. And then even later, we then get a 11:57. It gets even worse for Gabby Agbonlahor, as Ben Jacobs also shares the news that Luca Digne is possibly on his way to PSG. Now, if we add that in to rumours that Concert and Rodgers may be off to Arsenal, without mentioning PSR, Gabby, is this the future for Villa? Are they entering a new era where all they do is sell to bigger and better clubs?
Listen, first of all, I don't just put my feet up yesterday. You know what I mean? I'm celebrating.
You get a coffee.
I'm about Manzambi. I lie on the bed and then I get the message of Ollie saying that I've heard from my sources that you're going to lose Tielemans. And I'm like, pardon? That'll come out of nowhere. But when I look at it, Aston Villa didn't pay a penny for Tielemans. Been fantastic for us. Manchester United got a fantastic player. Devastated he's gone. But I get it. Manchester United are a bigger club than Aston Villa. I got no problems with it. He's 29. His last big contract. Lucas Digne as well. Do you know, I think Lucas Digne lives in London. Doesn't even live in Birmingham, I think.
Does he?
And he goes to Paris quite a lot. So it makes sense for him. He's going to be number 2 under Mendes at PSG. He gets to go back to his homeland. It's another no-brainer. The only thing I've got a problem with is who's negotiating these contracts at Aston Villa to give these release clauses? Who's putting in £30 million release clause for Tielemans when he signs on a free transfer? Surely when someone's signing, you fight and say, no, that's a bit of a low release clause. Yeah, very odd from the football club, and they need to do better on that. Rodgers and Concert, we will see. But yeah.
How do you feel though, as a Villa fan, seeing your best players be picked off like this?
Do you know what? Tielemans going to Manchester United, Lucas Digne to PSG. I understand it from their point of view, but Rodgers and Conte are the ones that definitely hurt, because you look at those players and what they've done for the football club, they're the future. But when you have got these PSR rules, and I know everyone listening will be like, here he goes, PSR. But when you've got these rules...
Again, can't resist it. We cannot resist it.
We have to sell some players. We've got no choice. You know, we can't have... I don't think Beyonce wants to come to Villa Park 12 times a year, or Jay-Z to come do concerts. So we haven't got that revenue that all the other clubs have got. So it's disappointing, it's frustrating. But Manzambi, top player.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Can I just say, of the
best in the world.
Manchester United persuasion,
Yeah.
I like the idea of Yuri Tielemans. I really do.
Fantastic signing.
Really good players.
I spoke to Flex yesterday. I went on his show and I just said, listen, there's no bad word that we said to Tielemans. When we play Manchester United, you'll get applauded by the Villa fans. Like, we get it. And he's going to be a fantastic player for Manchester United. But it's just frustrated, isn't it? I do feel for Newcastle and Aston Villa.
The shame. Absolutely shameless.
Newcastle, come back. Come back. We're together again.
Trauma is shared. You can bond together over being picked apart by your rivals.
Yeah, we're shared. But Arsenal haven't got... Arsenal still getting Guimaraes or Guimaraes?
Well, it's gone quiet then, hasn't it?
It's gone a bit quiet. I think Arsenal are saying they were misled over the price, but I don't think he was going for anything below.
Don't mislead someone.
Don't say 50 million and then demand 100.
No.
You wouldn't do that.
There's a difference.
You wouldn't do that, Newcastle.
Laura, you're back with us a little bit later on. As ever, thank you.
It's nice for her to stay past 7.
As pop star and huge England fan Ollie Murs will be with us very soon on the show. Here's what's to come on talkSPORT Breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
So come on, spin me around now. I don't wanna go home. 'Cause when you hold me like this, you know my...
Yep, Ollie Murs, pop star, England fan, will be with us, and this man will be with us in the studio for a whole 2 hours.
Emmanuel.
Oh, okay. That was short and sweet.
Well,
1998 French World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit will be with us ahead of France at Spain tonight. 8 o'clock live here on talkSPORT. That was our breakfast preview with our friends at Travis Perkins.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
British sensation Arthur Ferry shocked the world, becoming just the second ever wildcard to make a Wimbledon semi-final. He is with us now live in the studio. Good morning to you, Arthur.
Good morning, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in.
Amazing.
How's life, mate? How's it all going?
It's been good. It's been busy, that's for sure, past few days. But yeah, it's going to be nice to have a bit of time off and just relax, process everything.
I was going to ask you straight away, like, what have you learnt from your experience at Wimbledon? Because, like I spoke to you before we come on, I was watching the Dimitrov win. And honestly, mate, the tennis that you was playing is unbelievable. Everyone talking about it. Everyone that's English so proud of you. But what were your experiences and what have you learnt from your time at Wimbledon?
Yeah, it was the first time that I, caught the general public's eye, and I was playing in front of a lot of people. So, yeah, getting used to that was good. I had 2 weeks and six matches to kind of get used to it progressively. So, yeah, that was good, and going to use that experience to moving forward as well.
What was it like after every round you're getting past, and then you could hear people saying, "I'm not sure we can get past that, wild card. I'm not sure we can beat him. I'm sure we beat him." Did you hear those people saying those things? That spur you on a little bit?
Yeah, I was the outsider for most of those matches that I played. But yeah, I was just kept believing in myself. I knew that I could beat those players, and yeah, just brought that self-belief on.
Did you feel the pressure, Arthur? Because even here at talkSPORT, you know what we're like. We jump on it, right? And we jump on it hard. Did that outside noise filter through at any point?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, professional sportsmen, there's always some pressure associated to it. But no, just tried to keep the distractions out.
Few people win the World Cup as a player. Very few people win the World Cup as a manager. Only 3 men in history have done both. One of them is Didier Deschamps. I mean, what a team. For our younger viewers, that's Zidane, Desailly, Leboeuf, Thuram. I could go on. And in 1998, those legends were captained by Didier Deschamps. Before that tournament, Deschamps had been winning league titles and Champions Leagues with Marseille and Juventus and had led Les Bleus since 1996. They hadn't even qualified for the World Cups in 1990 and 94, but Deschamps had spearheaded the Renaissance. It culminated in that final against Brazil. The 30-year-old playing at the base of midfield was keen to get stuck in. Fais-le savoir que tu es là, French for let him know you're there, according to Google Translate. Zidane and Petit got the glory, but Deschamps controlled the game before lifting the trophy into the Parisian night sky. After winning the Euros 2 years later, he hung up his boots and jumped into management. He had spells in club football before, in 2012, being put in charge of his nation. France scraped into the 2014 World Cup via the playoffs and were pretty pleased about it. Even a quarter-final defeat couldn't dampen the optimism. The tables, French fans believed, were starting to turn. They were runners-up to Portugal in their own Euros, but that silver medal around the manager's neck was about to change colour. In 2018, World Cup magic. France handed an almighty beatdown to Croatia, and Deschamps got his hands on this for a second time. It meant that he joined Brazil's Mario Zagallo and Germany's Franz Beckenbauer as the only men to have won the World Cup as a player and manager. France's victory even turned their president, Emmanuel Macron, into a meme. These still make me laugh, honestly. Deschamps went close to defending the title in 2022, but some guy called Lionel Messi had his own storyline to complete. Deschamps captained legends, he managed legends, and his World Cup achievements are legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this guy his flowers.
Hello there. Good morning. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast on talkSPORT. Shebahn, Aherne and Gabby Agbonlahor with you. Good morning. With Arnold Clark, it's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. You can check it out online for you now. Coming up this morning, by the way, 1998 French World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit will be live here in the studio ahead of France's semi-final tonight against Spain, live on talkSPORT. It's Bastille Day, by the way.
Yes. National Day in France.
Yeah, so it's a huge day to have a World Cup semi-final, isn't it, for your country? We'll be educating Gab on some French history as well.
I know a lot. Alan's taught Napoleon. Great. Fantastic.
Great story. Who was Napoleon?
You don't know who Napoleon is?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I knew who Napoleon was.
Who was it?
Warrior for the French. The victories he got on the battlefield. Fantastic history.
He was a scientist. Good on. And as well, we'll get Argentinians' perspective ahead of tomorrow with a man who played with Messi 24 times. Former Argentina centre-back Federico Fernandez is going to be speaking to us on the show as well. So a great show coming up for you. Time now to get all the latest tournament action with Burger King.
The Breakfast Briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Total tournament satisfaction delivered by the experts. Order now on the BK app.
Not long to go, people, until the big one. England will need this man to perform yet again.
Hey Jude.
Morgan Rogers coming onto it. Right footing. Good try. Spilled by the goalkeeper. And bundled in. England lead. It is Jude Bellingham again. They've been rotten for 92 minutes in Miami. But he has taken a sad song and made it a whole lot better.
Hey Jude.
Jude himself has been absolutely magnificent with what he's done. He's picked England up on occasion, put them on his shoulders and carried them through round by round.
With Bellingham, we win a World Cup. Whether it's this one or not, I think we can debate. I think it is, but you might say it's not, and therefore that's fine.
When the lights are the brightest, it's like he excels even more.
He puts the team on his back. We're going to get really heavy on Jude over the next few days about what he's done, and expect it again on Wednesday night against Argentina.
Don't let me down. You have found her. Now go and get
Our Judah.
Yes.
Big Jude. That's right. He has 6
Star,
goals in the
superstar.
tournament so far.
Yes.
5 Match of the Man. Man of the Match awards from 6 games as well. But England need Bellingham and co to go again tomorrow night live here on talkSPORT. Don't forget, Bellingham is just 23 years old and surely announcing himself as one of England's greatest ever players, and rightly so. Well, former England and Chelsea centre-back John Terry said on the FIFA podcast that he believes Bellingham reminds him of one of the world football legends.
JT, where would England be without Jude Bellingham?
I'm
Not in the
sure
semi-finals.
we'd be in the semi-finals. No, Christian just said then as well. Players of that nature have an ability to arrive at the right time. Lamps did it loads. Stevie G, Scholesy, Jude's doing it as well. It's a real talent. I said at the start of this one, he reminds me of Zidane, the way he plays and stuff. He's dragging this team through at the moment. I think he's world class. I really do. And also, you listen to him off the pitch. He's got a real calmness about him as well, and I think he's the next England captain after Harry. I think he's been excellent and really dragging this team through. But I think the further we go, other players are going to need to step up and start supporting him and Harry, because we can't just rely on. Because no doubt Argentina will target him and try and take him out of the game as well.
Do you agree with what JT's saying, that it has to be more?
And I said that as well. He's the next England captain. Let's not get it twisted. People talk about Declan Rice. No, it's not. Jude Bellingham is the next England captain after Harry Kane. No brainer. Say no more.
Yeah. That's the thing about Jude's JT saying there. He arrives at the right moments, but he's actually defining the right moments.
Yeah. The first goal against Norway, he's not stood there. He's late run into the edge of the box, receives the ball, and then it's a great finish. A couple of touches onto your weaker foot, no problem. Left foot bang in the corner. Fantastic goal.
We can get more insight now into Bellingham's rise to the top and speak to his first ever captain when back at Birmingham. Harley Dean is with us this morning. Very good morning to you, Harley.
Morning, Harley.
Morning, guys. You okay?
You all right, mate?
Good, yeah, good. Thanks, Harley. I mean, we're obsessed with him. Even I'm obsessed with him, Harley. I mean, just how good is Jude? And did you know going into this tournament that he will be your guy?
Well, I think me and Gab spoke before the tournament started, when it was a Morgan Rogers Bellingham shout whether he was going to start. And to be fair, me and Gab backed him. Obviously, didn't know he was going to perform like this, but I think I remember saying that when it gets later on in the tournament, he'll produce big moments. He's done that from the start. And just listening to that thing with JT, then I'm away on pre-season, so I was watching clips of Zidane last night, funny enough, and I was just thinking they just move the same. Like he's reminding me of him, some of the like little Cruyff turns, the way he powers past people, and he's got that about him, but he's got a mixture of everyone else as well. So, as I said before, he can go as far as he wants, and without him right now, I think we would be out of the tournament.
I know he's done it at Real Madrid as well, but I noticed that this tournament, in each game, Harley's those Zidane turns. You know, that in the middle when he's getting pressure, he does these little turns and then he drives with the ball and he's Cruyff, like you says. Even I've been watching games with my kids, they're like, whoa, what the hell, Dad? What the hell, Dad? Look at that. Whoa, how's he done that out of there? Tight spaces. But he's not just doing that. He's defending, he's pressing in extra time against Norway. He's everywhere pressing. And also, he's the top goal scorer. He's got the most big chances for England, the most key passes. I mean, some player, when he turns up, doesn't he, when we need him, when we're a goal down, and other players may be hiding a bit, Harley, you know what some players are like? He's like, no, I'm going to go make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said it again before. I think the fact that he was injured towards the end of the season and he come back just before, I think that's played a big part in it because he looks fresh. He looks like he's full of it. You know, like Declan Rice now, he's struggling a little bit with probably fatigue, playing so many games for Arsenal, Champions League, going so far in all the cups and stuff. He's not as fresh, whereas Jude has only played 10, 12 games or something like that, come into the World Cup and he's foot on the gas and he's just going for it. I think that plays a big part in it, but obviously don't take away from what he can actually do with a football. When you just said about them little turns and stuff like that, people don't realise how hard that is and how easy he makes it look. He's just powering and pushing past people. They just can't keep up with him, even with the ball.
It's interesting you say, Harley, that you were sitting watching Zidane clips last night, because I'd read a number of comments of former pros and pros like yourself saying that he reminds you so much of Zidane, and then just weirdos mugging that off. How can you not see this unbelievable talent, and then the job that he's done so far? Talk to us about tomorrow night then, Harley. I mean, what's he going to have to do against Argentina, and are you confident that England can beat them?
I am confident. I was that confident. I was looking at flights to New York for Sunday.
Did you get the sign off?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're not there. We'll find out. But what's he got to do? I think the first thing he's going to have to do, I think he's going to have to keep his temperament, because I imagine they're going to target him. I imagine there'll be a lot of dark arts from a lot of the Argentina players. So he's going to have to keep his cool, make sure nothing silly happens. We don't want like a repeat of Beckham, Simeone, all them years ago. That'll be the biggest thing, because if he can just concentrate on playing his football and forget about everything else, I think he will run that game. I don't think there's anyone that can live with him physically within that Argentina team. And I know we've got Messi to worry about, the best player of all time, but I think this could be a game for Jude to really announce himself, if he hasn't done that already, and say, look, it's my time now.
I think as well, Harley, like JT says, and like I've been saying it as well, listen, Declan Rice, I really like him, but captains aren't always the players that shout the most, are they, Harley? Captains aren't always the players, the oldest player in the team. A captain is someone who, you know what, it's not going your way, I'm going to make something happen. That's what Jude Bellingham does. He carries his team at times. So for me, he should be the next England captain. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing chest out, and he's not hiding from nothing. I don't even think he would probably be, as much of an honour it is to be captain of England. I imagine he's not even, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It might be part of his plan. But I think he'll just continue to be the one that everyone looks to in that team, regardless. He's dragging them along with him. He's making people around him better, I think. So you would say that maybe 2-3 years down the line, whenever Harry Kane decides to call it a day, it would naturally go to Jude, in my opinion.
You know, when he was at Blues with you, Harley, you know, when he was so young, I know people have said that maybe he was quite quiet, but what was he like in training and like during games, especially training? Was he the sort of player that come and, yeah, not a problem, I don't care about these first team players, I'm just going to come in and get on the ball, I'm going to wrap my legs around the player and tackle him in training, I don't care. You know, did he have no fear as a young player?
Yeah, no, it didn't matter to him. It's like he didn't really care. Like we was there to serve him almost. Like we was a small part of it. We were a small part of his plan, but in the most humble way ever as well. Like there was nothing. You'd never turn around and say, "Oh, he's a whatever this kid" or anything like that. He got on with it. And I think I listened to something that Rooney was talking about. Maybe I don't know, however long ago. I think he played against him Derby, and Jude man marked him, and he said that, I loved it because he would just kick me, leave bits on me, and he was 16, didn't say sorry or nothing. He'd just stare at him and just walk off. And that was him. Like, he just had that mindset. And I've said it before, it's his family. They're a real good family. He's been raised really well. And obviously Blues did a great job in nurturing such a talent that they had from 8 years old.
Yeah. Listen, Harley, go book those flights, okay?
Book him, mate.
Book it, Harley.
Yep, I will do.
Yeah, go and get on it. You'll be absolutely
They're going to jump up after tonight if I don't, I think.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, waters though, after we win the final, just a few waters and get back to pre-season, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Harley Dean, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Man, Harley.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
All the best. Jude Bellingham's first ever captain back at Birmingham there. Harley Dean with us on talkSPORT Breakfast. That was a roundup of the latest action. All thanks to Burger King. Coming up, we're going to hear from England's left back, Nico O'Reilly, on how this team still wants to make people say, wow. That's coming up next.
The Breakfast Briefing on talkSPORT with Burger King Burger Buddies. Iconic winners delivered in the box every time. Order now on the BK app.
After a game, positivity, and you throw that negative comment about what a manager says, but you haven't told Bellingham everything positive that the manager said.
Sorry, just being on the other side of that, right?
Yeah.
So you're a player, you've come off the pitch and maybe had negativity after a win, but that is his job.
Yeah.
That's him. That's the guy, the fella doing his job, Adrian Clark.
Well, is that a problem in the media then?
But it's not. It's just your manager's just said this. What do you make about that, Jude?
Yeah, but I still think like that might be his job, but then like when people moan, and there's been a lot of moaning on social media by a lot of the public, we've just got through to a semi-final. We should be positive, and people are creating a beef between our best player and the manager.
Tuchel created the beef.
No,
he put it out there
but
first.
Tuchel's not called out any player. He said what he thought about the game, which was honest. No problem. I totally agree with what he says. We can be a lot better. But when a player finishes a game, he's exhausted. He's done 110 minutes in that heat. He's shattered. He's carried his team through. He scored 2 goals. The last thing he wants to hear for the first question is, the manager said that's not good enough. Why do you say, like, okay, Jude Bellingham, what was that feeling like? Look at the fans behind you. How positive? Why can't we be positive in the media?
Because you can see that. You can quite clearly see there's a lot of positivity around you, Gabby.
What do you mean? Yeah, but that's the first question you want to ask your man. You don't want to be asked a negative question when
you're trying to win the World Cup.
Exactly.
Not just get to a semi-final.
No one said you're not
You've got through the quarterfinals. It wasn't your best performance.
Yeah.
It's nothing to get really overly excited about.
I think it is. I think it 100% is, because this World Cup, France are the only team that have been outstanding. Argentina, like I said, have got through every round being poor. Then after the game, being with their media, we got to do. That's a conversation for another day. I just think we look for problems. There shouldn't be any problem, shouldn't be any big talk today about, there's beef, they don't get on. When I watch him on the pitch, he looks like he's listening to his manager. I don't see a beef there.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
You were just saying, Gabby, you wish you were at this game tonight.
Yeah,
you wish you were at this
so
game.
jealous that I'm not there.
No.
It'll be an amazing atmosphere.
It will be. Good morning to you. It's World Cup breakfast here on talkSPORT. Shebahn, Aherne and Gabby Agbonlahor with you. And it doesn't get any bigger than this. Tomorrow night, arch rivals England take on Argentina. They go head to head live on talkSPORT 8 p.m, 21 years after their last competitive clash. Remarkably, it's the first time Lionel Messi has ever faced the Three Lions. He's obviously met a number of the players at club, but the first time against England. Manchester City's Nico O'Reilly is the man tasked with stopping him, and he told talkSPORT's Faker Others that he wants to make it a day to remember for the fans.
Yeah, of course, everyone has their opinions. We all know we can play better. Conditions were tough, but yeah, we were in the semi-final and it's tournament football, and yeah, we did everything we can to get here in the semi-final, and we left all out there on the pitch. But yeah, now it's for us to get back on the training pitch and make stuff better on the ball, off the ball, and play a bit of football.
Top 4 teams in the world are in the semi-finals. What kind of a statement would it make to beat Argentina and get to the final? Yeah,
huge statement. Yeah, we've not been in the World Cup final in 60 years, is it? So yeah, it would be a huge statement to everyone. And yeah, we're going to go out there and give it our all to make sure we're in that position.
Mexico was a special performance, wasn't it?
Yes.
Did England still have another special
100%.
performance? Yeah.
And I think they'll understand exactly how to stop Messi. It'll be difficult. Could he score? Yes, he could. But when Messi comes off and he drops off and he comes off into number 10 or into midfield and gets the ball, you have to follow your runners because he's that good at putting those balls in behind. You have to be maybe one step ready to run in behind, if it's Alvarez running behind, whoever it is, or the fullbacks who like to run in behind as well. And also respect him in the case of it's Messi, but don't respect him on the pitch in the sense of kick him when you need to. You can't be running around and being too respectful for Messi. I've seen the Egyptians, they were kicking him, and that's what you have to do. Can you roll Messi up a little bit? Can you, O'Reilly, whoever it is around him, can you be physical with him?
You need to be smart though, Gabs.
No, I'm smart.
And all that's said, you know.
No, you have to be smart, but you can't let Messi like play against you and just have no one's going to tackle me. There's too much. No, you got to be on him like a ras. If it's Anderson, follow him around when he comes into that number 10 position. You got to be physical. You got to frustrate him. You got to foul him. Can everyone try and foul him at times? If there's any left back that I'd want against him in our availability, it would be O'Reilly because he's so good 1v1 defending, and then Spence can come on later in the game. Very good 1v1 defending.
Any underestimating Argentina on your point?
No, never underestimate them. Listen, we know what they can do. We are a better side than Argentina, but Argentina have showed fight. The way they've got through each knockout round, they've not been the best team. They've got through with fight and determination. 2-0 down against Egypt with like 12 minutes to go. They score 3 goals in 16 minutes, I think it was, or 14 minutes. So you can never count them out. If we go 2-0 up and there's 10 minutes left, we know what they can do. But if we play our best football and we're physical at the right times and we show the fight that we've shown against Mexico, against Congo, against Norway, we showed fight to get through, then I think we can get through to the final.
Well, you'll find out tomorrow night. Not long to go now, England fans. That semi-final against Argentina live as ever on talkSPORT. It's time now for this.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Kick off your day with a quality coffee on the go from Costa Express.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, like animals.
Laura Kirk-Francis is back with us. Maroon 5 Animals. Why?
A little bit of a hint there on what this is going to be about.
Here we go.
Gabby, if I say the word taxidermy to you, do you know what that is?
No, I have no idea.
Shut up.
Can you give me a guess? What
what?
taxidermy?
No idea. I'm not getting involved.
No,
No.
guess.
Guess.
I'm not guessing.
Just a
Gabby.
guess.
No.
Guess.
No, there's enough clips of me getting things
I'll
wrong.
give you a clue then.
Go on then.
Deed.
Pardon?
Deed. Dead.
Dead.
That's your clue. Is that a bit too grim?
No, I think that's bang on.
exactly what
I
it
think
is,
The song we've just heard, Shebahn just said dead.
No idea, guys.
Come on, Gabby.
No.
No.
Don't know.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Fine, pass on that. Right.
I pass.
Taxidermy is the practice of basically stuffing dead animals for souvenirs. And this comes as Haaland has arrived home with a stuffed raccoon that he bought when he was in Dallas. The raccoon is holding a bottle of wild berry gin because why not? You know, that's exactly what a raccoon would do. He bought it in a shop in Dallas, Wild Bill's Western store, for $750, about £560. Here you go. You can see it on the screens there.
He's kind of cute.
There he is.
Raccoons are cute.
Yeah?
Surely that's not going to go down well.
With his missus?
No, with the...
What?
You know.
The animal rights people?
Yes.
Do you reckon?
I'm still scared to say it. Like, I don't want to offend them. That's not going to go down well, is it, surely?
I mean, taxidermy is a kind of art, I guess, some would argue. Not something that you'd be interested in.
No, not for me.
Well, surprise, we've got your child's dog.
But I was going to ask Shebahn, you've got a little dog, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever, when they've passed over to the Rainbow Bridge, you wouldn't stuff?
However, you can see why people do it because they get such an attachment. And there was a woman who did it recently with a cat, I remember, and it was a bit creepy. But a lot of people would go for this because they just want to preserve that animal and see it as much as they can. It's that like relationship bond thing.
Yeah.
It's certainly a choice for a souvenir.
It wouldn't be mine. It wouldn't be
mine.
for me,
No, it wouldn't be mine. Gabby,
I seen the picture. I thought it was real, like alive. I'm thinking, yeah, not for me.
Well, when I showed Sam Ellard earlier, he said, "Oh, Haaland's got a new dog."
Yeah.
I was like, not quite. Gabby, when you were on England duty, did you ever bring home any souvenirs?
Oh,
keep it
magnet.
pacey
Yeah.
for the radio,
no,
Gabs.
not really. No, because you go away on England duty and you're coming back with your boots. That's it.
That's it. You weren't partial to it. No.
Not a
just there
wife.
to work.
No.
No, just there to
Not a
work.
girlfriend.
Right.
Honestly, the way the
Couple of kids that are out there.
you know what? When you go away with England, there's that much security. Honestly, I remember
Can
staying.
I let you in the gift shops? You're just like, can I just get a mug? Is that all right?
Nothing.
A fridge magnet?
No.
No?
Kids, God's sake.
No.
Sound like Goldstein. No, it was that much security. Literally, like training, play games, back. And you went away.
No time for souvenirs.
No.
Imagine just one day you got the knock at the door.
Oh.
Just a wee group of children like, hi, Dad.
Hi, guys.
Send you an international flight.
Those are your souvenirs.
Fabio Capello, can they come on the plane? Private jet.
Shebahn, did you bring anything back from your travels in the World Cup? Maybe a traffic cone or something?
Keyrings.
Keyrings.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Anything for duty free? No.
Yeah, what's from duty free?
Okay.
Just for kids.
Yeah.
Miami Keyrings.
Yeah, okay. So no for Gabby Agbonlahor, not into taxidermy.
No,
No,
not as
makes me feel a bit weird, to be honest. I do feel a bit weird now talking about that and seeing that picture and knowing, it's.
All right, calm down.
I don't
You'll
say
be all right.
strange because people will like it, but it's not for me.
Not for you.
Not one bit.
So serious. Laura Kirk Francis,
Thank you,
thank you
Laura.
very much.
See you in 20 minutes.
Get stuffed. Hey!
Very nice. Very nice. You'll see me tomorrow, actually. I'll be wearing an England shirt, and I thought I'd bring one for you, Shebahn.
Hey, I'll have my Argentina shirt. I'll be drinking red wine. I'm joking before you'll start crying. Up next, we have a clip from the sports bar where they discuss whether Lionel Messi would get in the England team. That's coming up next, and that was all thanks to Costa Express. Good morning. I'm joking. Not anti-England.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Kick off your day with a quality coffee on the go from Costa Express.
Gabriel put it to him, the fans are loving it, you guys are in the semi-final.
But he talked about the manager specifically, and we're criticising or observing or opining on what Jude Bellingham's response to his manager, not what the fans say.
Was Tuchel unhappy with the performance?
Yeah, so he should be.
Yeah, that's what Gabriel put to Jude.
But he also talked...
That's a fair question to put to
But
Jude,
why didn't
isn't
he
it?
put the balance?
But is that not a fair question to put to Bellingham?
At the same time as putting balance in the conversation. If you're trying
We'll
to
agree to disagree on
it's
that.
dishonest. It's absolutely fundamentally
What's dishonest about it?
Because you're not presenting the full picture. You are taking what the manager's worst
Tuchel
things.
said his bit. and Jude said his bit.
But that is why I qualify things by sitting with you and peers, and I'm delighted to say that whilst I'm in the media, I'm not a creation of it. I didn't build my career around the media.
All that again.
Well, it's true.
That again.
It's true.
I've never heard anything like that.
No, because you wouldn't, because you're a journalist. Your entire life has been journalism. What you do is you look at it and go,
Morgan
how can we get
through about that as well? No, we don't.
but he
And that's
talks
where
crap-
you're wrong.
but he
No
talks
one
crap
in the
as well.
media, when
But
you
he
get
talks
to the
crap as
level
well.
of Gabriel Clark, you're not in a mix zone, or you're not in a post-match situation going, "Oh, I've got him. I've got him." You do not get it.
I watch you guys.
You do not get
I
it.
watch you do it. I watch you do it. I watch peers do it.
All right,
I watch you all do it. I've been on the receiving
You
end.
think this is a gotcha moment?
Yeah, you
How
guys love
wrong
it.
Can you be?
You guys can't get more excited.
And have you never done
than
a
when you
gotcha
see some-
moment?
No, I have a strong. Well, like what?
In your various media.
No, when I have a robust conversation with somebody about opinions on something,
Even though,
I don't try and
you're
trip
in the
them
media
up.
or part of it or not part of it, or when you're in or
No, I
out
try
of
to make them accountable, give them
Yeah.
a rounded perspective. So if I confront somebody with an argument, it's rounded, so they can deal with all aspects of it. Because I want to win the argument on fact, on merit,
So really,
not
in
by
the media,
creating.
there's nobody else like you.
I don't think so. Yeah, absolutely right.
Love it.
Anybody else under Premier League Football Club?
Love it.
No.
No, that's true. And I'll give you that.
There you go.
And that is true, Simon. And
Ronaldo Nazario. Need I say more? He's won it twice, played in 3 finals, was once its all-time leading goal scorer. But let me tell you about a day that lives in infamy in World Cup and Brazilian history. The year is 1998 and Brazil are cruising through the tournament in France. They've scored 14 goals in 6 games, 4 of them courtesy of R9. Brazil are favourites for the final, where they'll face the hosts at the Stade de France. But just hours before kick-off, while at their training base, Ronaldo suffers what's described as a convulsive fit. He's rushed to hospital, where doctors don't find anything wrong with him, so he insists he'll play. Back at the stadium, France are warming up, but Brazil, they're still in there. It's chaos. The Brazilian FA have just been given a team sheet without Ronaldo's name on it. But less than an hour before kickoff, a taxi arrives at the stadium, Ronaldo gets out and is shoved back into the 11. Brazil lose 3-0. It's a worldwide scandal. Ronaldo even ends up in front of Brazil's National Congress. He thinks he was suffering under the mental and emotional pressure and he just collapsed. It was truly incredible and made his redemption story 4 years later so much sweeter.
bit hypoallergenic dog, maybe? Or
No.
hasn't shed?
No, not for me at all. And because of me being like that, my eldest son doesn't either. He's a bit funny, even in parks.
So you need to sort that out.
Even in parks, like, he sees dogs and he's like,
Oh, that's on you.
They run up to you and you're a bit like, yeah.
What about gerbil? Gabby's pet gerbil.
No, I'm not an animal guy.
Fish?
I did used to have fish.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you have one of those posh tanks in your living room?
I did back in the day, yes.
Yeah.
In the
Premier
house.
League wages.
No, but then I'd got to feed them, haven't you? Like twice a day.
God love you.
It's long, isn't it?
Putting in a few flakes
Do you know what I
in
mean?
a tank.
Yeah, it's long. The guy's got to come around and clean the fish tank.
Could do that
once
yourself.
a week. No, you got to be special at doing it. Yeah, it's not for me. But listen, everyone else, no problem. But yeah.
Well, I've judged you massively. Good morning. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast on talkSPORT. Shebahn, Aherne and Gabby Agbonlahor, who doesn't like animals, with you here today with Arnold Clark. You can browse the UK's best used car deals and score your dream car today. Check out their website for more details. Now, Rory Jennings joined Jamie O'Hara on Sports Bar last night, and as you can imagine, they didn't see eye to eye. Here they clashed on whether Messi is still the best player in the world.
Today, I'm not saying about Lionel Messi's legacy. His legacy is unrivaled. It's untouched.
He's the top scorer in the World Cup, Rory.
Yeah, he's banging them in against Switzerland and whoever else.
Oh, mate, please, come on.
Just trust
Don't
me.
talk guff.
Just trust me on this.
No, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, and you're only small. I can probably throw you quite far.
Look to me off
Right?
the 17th
Honestly,
floor.
mate, like, don't talk guff. Bellingham's an unbelievable player.
Do you think Lionel Messi's a better player than Harry Kane today? Today, I'm not talking about legacy. I'm not talking about the player that Lionel Messi was for 5-10 years ago, 15 years
Messi is
ago.
a better player than Harry Kane.
Nah.
It's Lionel Messi.
You're insane.
It's Lionel Messi.
You think Lionel Messi would be starting for Bayern Munich?
My God, mate.
I'm not saying that.
I want
if you
to
want
eat
to
the mic.
talk
I wanna
about
eat the mic.
Lionel Messi.
Oh, that's where the dinner's coming from.
That's
Is
where,
he's eating the mic.
Amy, that's where it is.
Um,
Which mic is he on yours? Yeah.
Does Rory not have a fair point in a way?
I can see what he's saying in a way. Like, Messi's not the best player in the world. He's not. Mbappe is, for me, the best player in the world. But is he in the top 3-4 best players in the world? Yes, he is still. But would Messi be ripping up the Champions League how he's is now? I don't think so. You look at some of his stats, I think it's like 5.3 kilometres that he covers in a game. If you look at Elliot Anderson, you're probably talking 11, 12 kilometres. So I just don't think he's the best player in the world. Is he still elite? Yes, he is. Or is Mbappe the best player in the world? Yes, he is for me. But still, don't be saying that Harry Kane is a better player than Messi. He's not.
Sports Bar back tonight, by the way. All reaction to what's going to be happening with Spain against France. That's live on talkSPORT from 8 o'clock. The boys will be with you afterwards. Now it's been a summer to forget for Newcastle, looking set to lose 3 of their biggest names. Anthony Gordon to Barcelona, Tonali to Spurs. Bruno Guimaraes looks like he could join Arsenal, but that's been a little bit quiet over the last couple of days. The Magpies have also missed out on several primary targets. Liverpool hijacked the deal for the young Spanish striker Daniel Munoz. Well, Aston Villa swooped in the hijacking of the signing of the Swiss international Johan Manzambi. Let's not forget they also lost their man Alexander Isak last summer as well. Love Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Do you think this makes him go, I could maybe deserve better from a club elsewhere?
I look at Eddie Howe and I think, to be honest, he's waiting to be not sacked, but like told, let's go our separate ways. I don't think that personally he wants to stay at Newcastle. If there was another job open for Eddie Howe, I think he would move. I think Newcastle and Eddie Howe have gone as far as they can, and the investment that Newcastle fans and Eddie Howe thought they would have had, they aren't going to have because of these financial fair play rules. And I feel sorry for them because there's so many names they missed out on. I'll just read 10, 11 out. Mark Gay they missed out on. Tosin Adarabioyo they missed out on. James Trafford, Ekatike, Shesko, João Pedro, Brian Mbeumo, Howson when he went to Bournemouth, Liam Delap when he went to Chelsea, Elise before he went to Bayern Munich. That was always going to be a tough one. Mohamed Kudus, Scalvellini, and then this window, Munoz, who was all agreed, and Liverpool swoop in and take him off here. Manzambi was like saying he wanted to go there. Aston Villa swooped in. it's getting a bit draining, I feel, if I'm Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Probably picking the phone up to the sporting director. Okay, missed out another one. Newcastle fans, missed out another one. It's getting to the stage where it's getting quite embarrassing, I feel, if I'm a Newcastle fan, and very frustrating, especially when you're losing Tonali, Gordon, who Marias wants to go. It's a difficult time for Newcastle.
It is, and for Eddie Howe. Let's bring in a man who's in the know in the northeast. The Athletics Newcastle correspondent Chris Waugh is with us
Morning,
now.
Chris.
Chris, how do you think Eddie Howe's feeling? Good morning.
Well, I think that there will be understandable frustration there for him because, I mean, last season didn't go well, certainly Premier League wise. Newcastle couldn't really compete on all the fronts when they managed to get to the last 16 of the Champions League, but then they couldn't progress any further than that. And then once they were out of that competition, they couldn't pick up again in the Premier League. It seemed like players like Anthony Gordon and maybe Sandro Tonali, once Newcastle were out of that, maybe lost a bit of motivation. Maybe they knew they were going. And that was part of the plan that Tonali and Gordon would go. Gordon largely to basically make sure Newcastle could comply with UEFA financial rules because they were in breach of them last year and they've had to sign up to a compliance agreement. Tonali to finance a rebuild, but Bruno Guimaraes and the noise around him, that was not part of the plan. Newcastle did not want to lose him, and so uncertainty over that and not signing Munoz, who would have come in and I think really strengthened the first 11. Same with Manzambi. If that doesn't happen now, if he does go to Villa, they're two players you look at and they could have gone straight into the 11. Instead, so far, Newcastle have signed 3 young players, all exciting and promising, but none of them are likely to start that first game of the season. So if anything, Newcastle's 11 has been weakened, and so Eddie Howe will be looking at it thinking, have I actually got a chance here? He's already maybe under a bit of pressure. A section of the Newcastle fan base have probably turned against him already or have significant doubts about him, and he's going to have a weakened side going into the new season. And have those expectations really been reset from the top publicly yet? I don't think so.
Chris, I put myself in, let's say I'm a Newcastle fan. I'm thinking to myself, wow, these owners have come in, so much money. We're going to be able to buy this player, that player. We're going to be fighting for the Premier League in 7, 8, 9, 10 years, wherever it is. We're in the Champions League. Our top, like, it's really good. And then now I'll be thinking, wow, all the players want to leave. We can't sign the players for the last 2 seasons we wanted to sign. It must be so frustrating for Eddie Howe and a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, and this hasn't really turned out to be what I think everyone expected that it could be. I mean, I think when the takeover initially happened and all the sort of quote-unquote richest club in the world, I don't think that was ever the reality of the situation, but that was the noise that was out there. But I do think, and the stated plan is, it was to be number 1, and it remains that the current CEO talks about Newcastle being in the conversation to be the biggest club in the world by 2030. And so there feels a disconnect there between what's happening there and then what actually is happening in the transfer market and generally on the pitch right now, as you say, best players wanting to leave, signing younger players on lower wages for having to sell, to buy to a certain degree. And that's partly down to the financial rules. And I mean, the big argument you can make is, could Newcastle's owners and could Newcastle themselves have tried to circumvent or really challenge those rules? They've shown no inclination to do that. And so instead, they're trying to be governed by them. And because they haven't made progress on a new stadium, which even if they do announce in the course of the next 6 months, say, it's still going to be 4 or 5 years down the line before they have those revenues. And that's why, despite Spurs finishing 17th in each of the last 2 seasons, they have this state-of-the-art stadium. They can pay higher wages. They can sign someone like Sandro Tonali from Newcastle when theoretically maybe it looked like Newcastle had possibly leapfrogged Spurs or got slightly ahead of them in that race to sort of break into the sort of hegemony at the top. So yeah, it is very frustrating. And I think that's what a lot of Newcastle fans are struggling with at the minute, is exactly what is this and what will they be over the course of the next few years. And it's a difficult question to answer.
Winning a trophy as well was so big for Newcastle, the city, every fan, the football club, and then the Champions League run and the amazing games that were at St James's Park. You get all that, and then it's like, okay, then next season, what's going to happen next season? When are we going to play European football? Never mind Champions League football again. It looks a million miles away, doesn't it? Where the club's at the moment. So I just do feel sorry for Newcastle fans because it's going to be so hard. Look at the results against Sunderland as well. Sunderland finishing higher than you. Sunderland are playing European football next season. This wasn't part of the plan, was it?
No, and you say about winning the Carabao Cup in 2025, and then Newcastle finished that season strongly, got back into the Champions League, and you think that's from there you build. You know, this is the first trophy of many, and then you look at it now and think, well, when is that next trophy going to come? Are they going to be able to get back into Europe? Never mind the Champions League next season, when they're selling these best players, signing young players who may be very good in time, may turn out to be top class players, but there's no guarantee immediately. And and when Sunderland have done what they did last year, coming up from the Championship, signing all the players they did, beating Newcastle twice in pretty embarrassing circumstances for Newcastle, it feels very difficult to take that when you had those huge highs and it felt like Newcastle were on a crest of a wave and suddenly you've crashed back down.
Yeah, we can hear the disappointment and you can see it as well from the Newcastle fans. Listen, Chris Wall, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Chris. Top man.
No problem.
All the best, the Athletics Newcastle correspondent Chris Wall with us this morning. Still to come for you on breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more in-store or online as a trade account holder and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
It's World Cup semi-final day as France take on Spain, live on talkSPORT tonight, 8 p.m. for you here. And of course it's Bastille Day as well, so who better to look ahead to that than a man who's lifted the coveted World Cup trophy with France. The legend Emmanuel Petit will be with us in the studio very soon. He'll tell us if Deschamps is right to say that Spain are the favourites, and also tell us whether Jude Bellingham really is the next Zinedine Zidane. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Want to win a brand new Ford Ranger? Just spend £100 or more using your Travis Perkins trade account to enter into the draw. T's and C's apply.
They get into this weird situation where they forget what happened before. So all the big games, they played Havertz, right? Gyökeres, who you bought in at the start of the season, was going to be, for all the big games, in all the big games, he was on the bench. Facts, that's what happened. So the manager doesn't trust him. That's not our opinion, that's just objectively looking at it. Havertz gets injured quite a lot, unfortunately. Gabby Jesus is not the same since he's come back from his injury. So if you're now telling me that you can get through this season again and everybody else is going to be as poor as they were last year, I think you're just forgetting the fact that you lot were all losing your marbles around the Man City loss. And it was, we need a proper striker. Arteta don't know what he's doing again. You win the league, it's great, we're going to win it.
No, but you know what I've always said to, I've always said to you, I always said to him that Gyökeres wasn't bought in for the big games, did I? I said that to you. We bought Gyökeres in for the game.
No, I get
listen,
explain.
I want to hear
the year before, Arsenal, it weren't the record against Man City's, the Liverpool, it weren't that cost us the league. It was we couldn't beat Fulham, couldn't beat West Ham, couldn't beat them lesser clubs. Gyökeres coming. I mean, he said it. Right, it's one of them. Gyökeres this season though. Gyökeres this season scored against the Fulhams, the West Ham, so we didn't have a problem getting past those teams, which is why then we went on to win the league.
Okay, I think you won the league because you played very pragmatic football. I'm not actually allowed to say the type of football that people are calling it on air, but you played a certain type of football.
Would you play that type of football to win the league?
No.
What?
What are you talking? Of course you would.
Honestly.
If I was a footballer.
No, it's just like...
my team.
Yeah.
No, I'll be happy like you lot. I'll be exactly... You get me? I'll be happy. Of course I will.
But would you like to see Spurs play that way to win?
Brendan Johnson scored with like his knee or something and we won the trophy. I'm happy. I don't care, bro. However it gets done, I'm happy. I don't really care. But what I'm saying is, you can't like gloat about it and say, oh, we don't need a 9. That's crazy. You do need a 9, respectfully. What are you talking about, bro? If you sold Osimhen and Havertz right now, you could... sorry, Osimhen. If you bought Osimhen and sold Gyökeres and Havertz right now, you'd be great. You'd be fine. You could buy Barcola. Barcola and Osimhen changes their team, bro.
Do you know what? I'm happy with what we got.
Oh, you're a liar. That's a lie. You're a liar. That is a lie.
I'm happy with
that.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad. It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
You alright?
English and music now.
Need to work on your timing. How did they come up with the chant, Ingerland? What's the thinking behind it, I wonder?
I don't know.
Creative.
Max will know. It's the beat, doesn't it? Because
I'm-
England.
guys, I am joking.
More than you. Ready? No.
Why is your timing so bad?
I'm the only one getting involved here. Jesus.
Good morning. You listen to World Cup Breakfast at Shebahn, Aherne and Ingerland's Gabby Agbonlahor. What do we know today? FIFA has approved Argentina's request to wear their navy blue away kit against England exactly 40 years after donning those very same colours for Diego Maradona's infamous Hand of God match. Ooh.
Fine, no problem with that.
Outgoing Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said that there will be an extra bank holiday if England end 60 years of heart and win the World Cup, falling on Friday the 24th of July. Come on, boys! Bring it home. And England are set to finally get some relief in terms of conditions. They've gone from the altitudes in the Azteca to the humidity, which was a nightmare in Miami. And tomorrow they'll head to the air-conditioned Atlanta.
Lovely.
So how will that affect Thomas Tuchel's side? For more on this now, we can bring in talkSPORT's Max Scott for a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the aircon's great for England, but there's a lot of chat about air miles because with England through to the semi-finals, to get there, they have travelled more than 14,000 miles. That's the equivalent of going to Buenos Aires and back. It's the equivalent of going to Sydney direct with a couple of thousand miles left over. It's more than any other nation in the World Cup. Spain have done a lot. They've done just over 12,000. Argentina, 8,000. And France, just 2,000 air miles. Now, that is set to double when they travel to Dallas, which they're probably already there now. But France have done the fewest amount of air miles. Now, we know sports science tells us that this can affect sleep, recovery, all that sort of stuff. Gabs, you've travelled as a player. Shebahn, you've been following Scotland all over. I've seen the amount of flights you've taken. What's it like from a player's perspective?
Oh, it's difficult, like no leg room. The Ryanair flight.
Back of the bus, EasyJet,
the Ryanair flight they would have got. No leg room. No water, no fluids.
60 quid a bag to get
really
on the
difficult
plane.
for them on that private jet where they've got a menu or whatever they like. They can turn their seats into a bed. Yeah, really difficult, Max, for them. Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna?
No,
you don't think it's a problem for recovery?
Not at all, mate. Not at all. Listen. Flying, yeah, just take it out of you. But the way they're going to be flying, the best of the best planes as well, the best service on there. Sleep if you want to sleep or whatever. Probably got massage seats on the planes. So I don't think it's going to be a big difference.
In fairness, sports science does suggest that travelling and
I know
doing
more
that
than
amount
sports
of
science.
flying can take it out of you.
Yeah, but we go too far into sports science sometimes. Too far into it. Yes, it will take a bit out of them, but it's not something that's going to be like, we lost to Argentina because, we had to travel thousands of miles on our massive private jet with the perfect seating and the perfect food and water.
But when in comparison to, as Max pointed out, France have done so much less.
Okay, that's why we're not going to win the World Cup then.
No, I'm not. I'm just playing devil's.
20 years' time, didn't win the World Cup. France, they travelled less miles.
Well, you've pointed it out before. It does get pointed out often, the amount of travel.
14,000.
If they're travelling like we have to travel on some of these flights, especially people that are over 5'9". I mean, Max, where you wait, you have to stand up and walk around the plane before your legs fall off.
Can I take this opportunity to lobby Keir Starmer? I know everyone wants him to sort of give everyone a bank holiday. I think the best thing he could do for the nation is give everybody over 6'5" automatic extra legroom seats on a plane. The fact that I've got to pay for it, and I'm born
but you need it. You haven't got a choice.
It's a disgrace. I've got to pay like 100 extra quid just to sort of not have my knees shaved off. It's an absolute disgrace.
My
I
heart
hate it.
bleeds for you, Max.
Hips are in pieces, everything, your back.
I go on with tears in my eyes and I don't pay for it. I say, look, you can, and I stand really close to the air hostess. So I'm sort of towering over and say, look, I'm really sorry. You haven't got any spare legroom seats. And I tell you what, most of the time they say, oh yeah, we do, Ducky. Yeah, have this one.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, Max, thank you very much. Lovely stuff. Let's go from the off the pitch to on the pitch. England are now 2 games away from absolute footballing immortality. So, Gabby, we thought it was only right to put you on the spot. It's time for the official England tournament player rating so far. Who has fired us to the brink of history and who is getting absolutely slaughtered?
Do you know what? I'll run through these quickly. We've got a couple of minutes. Pickford, I've got it giving him an 8 so far in the tournament. I think he's been solid throughout. A bit shaky maybe against Norway, but he has been solid. Gahey, I think, has been consistent. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Every game he's played in, he's been solid. People will say maybe he can do a bit better in the air against Norway. Konsa.
Yep.
Konsa, I'm going to give a 9. I think Konsa has been our best defender in this tournament. I said it before the tournament. Konsa starts. Many people were saying, no, Konsa doesn't start. It's Stones and Gahey. No. Konsa has been versatile at right back as well against Norway, putting a hell of a shift. He's our best defender. O'Reilly, I'm going to give a 7. I think he's been steady as well. Probably could do better going forward, but defensively, he's been solid. Reece James, I'm going to give a 6. He's done okay when he's played. Obviously, injury problems, but he's got to do better with his crossing. I think at times his crosses have been hitting the first man. Jet Spence, I'm going to give a 6. He has been shaky at times, but when he's at it and in 1v1, he's a top defender and he will be a big part of what we do in the next 2 games, hopefully. I'm going to see Declan Rice and give him a 6. I think he's been steady, but the set pieces for me, they've been so poor.
Bug, though.
Yeah, but the set pieces have been so poor when he's that's what he's been doing at Arsenal all season. We haven't seen no set pieces for England. Elliot Anderson, 100% deserves an 8. I think his performance against Norway was the best of the tournament.
Brilliant.
And I just feel he's been fantastic. Some of the crossfield balls he was pinging against Norway, he's been our best midfielder. Bellingham is the one player who's got a 10. 6 goals, his work rate, creativity, people convincingly saying that they see Zidane in him. I agree. I think he's our next captain as well. I think he's been outstanding, and at 23 years of age, he's just going to get better as well.
Got to give Kane a 10 as well, surely.
I'll come to that in a bit. Madueke, I'm going to give a 4. I think he's looked poor whenever he's played. Is he a player that maybe you can bring on for 20 minutes with his pace, but he hasn't looked at the level, and maybe that's one of the players that misses out in the next game. Saka, I'm going to give him a 7. Playing half fit, but still looks a lot better than a fit Madueke. Is going to be an important player for us as well, hopefully, tomorrow night. Gordon, I'm going to give a 6. I think he's had some really good games, but some really poor games. Last game against Norway, he got dragged at half-time, didn't do enough. We need some more consistency from Anthony Gordon. Harry Kane, I'm going to give an 8. I'm not going to give him a 10. Scored 6 goals, but there's been games where he's not been in. Against Norway, didn't do enough during that game. I feel like Harry Kane deserves an 8. I'm not going to give him any higher.
No, he's a 10.
No.
10.
No.
Well, that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Just what I got asked to do by my producer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And you ended with Kane being an 8. Kane's a 10 for me. So those were Gabby's ratings for England. He has Ezri Konsa as England's second best player at this tournament 100%. So far. Do you agree? 03717 22 3344 is the number to call. Elliot Henderson as well, to be fair to him. Up next, though, we're going to celebrate a huge game tonight. France versus Spain, live on talkSPORT at 8 o'clock. World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit is with us next on talkSPORT.
go to Ben. He's Arsenal fan. All right, Ben.
Benny boy.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, Ben. We've got to do this quarter-final 11. Let's get it going. Come on.
All right. I've got the Spanish flamenco dance on the wing. Like around defence. Their foot tapping all dazzle their defence and send them sideways.
Yeah, the old flamenco dance.
And yeah.
Dance
A little maverick on the wing. Little maverick on the wing.
Like a flamenco dance.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Is it a flamenco or is it what is it? Flamenco.
Madame won't wait for you.
Flamenco.
It's a flamenco.
Yeah.
Flamenco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know you're iconic now, Ben?
No, Ben,
Yeah.
He's actually iconic.
Ben appears every single night at the sports bar.
Every night.
Doesn't he?
Without foul.
Yeah. Yeah. Been over a year.
It's been a year. All right, look, the flamenco dancer on the wing.
Yeah.
Okay, dancing about. Bit of maverick in there. All right, let's go to Dave. He's a Sunderland fan. Dave?
All right, Dave-o.
Hello, boys. How you doing?
I'm all right, Dave. How are you?
Yeah.
Good. So I'm getting in early with a representative from England who I think can be our captain.
Okay.
And it's St. George himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a leader, warrior. He's up for a battle. He'll put the opposition to the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can play him on the wing.
No, he don't feel like a winger, mate.
Killed a dragon.
Well,
centre half.
Killed a dragon, didn't he?
Reason being, he's got a good cross, hasn't he, St. George?
Few people win the World Cup as a player. Very few people win the World Cup as a manager. Only 3 men in history have done both. One of them is Didier Deschamps. I mean, what a team. For our younger viewers, that's Zidane, Desailly, Leboeuf, Thuram. I could go on. And in 1998, those legends were captained by Didier Deschamps. Before that tournament, Deschamps had been winning league titles and Champions Leagues with Marseille and Juventus and had led Les Bleus since 1996. They hadn't even qualified for the World Cups in 1990 and 94, but Deschamps had spearheaded the Renaissance. It culminated in that final against Brazil. The 30-year-old playing at the base of midfield was keen to get stuck in. Fais-le savoir que tu es là. French for let him know you're there, according to Google Translate. Zidane and Petit got the glory, but Deschamps controlled the game before lifting the trophy into the Parisian night sky. After winning the Euros 2 years later, he hung up his boots and jumped into management. He had spells in club football before, in 2012, being put in charge of his nation. France scraped into the 2014 World Cup via the playoffs and were pretty pleased about it. Even a quarter-final defeat couldn't dampen the optimism. The tables, French fans believed, were starting to turn. They were runners-up to Portugal in their own Euros, but that silver medal around the manager's neck was about to change colour. In 2018, World Cup magic. France handed an almighty beatdown to Croatia, and Deschamps got his hands on this for a second time. It meant that he joined Brazil's Mario Zagallo and Germany's Franz Beckenbauer as the only men to have won the World Cup as a player and manager. France's victory even turned their president, Emmanuel Macron, into a meme. These still make me laugh, honestly. Deschamps went close to defending the title in 2022, but some guy called Lionel Messi had his own storyline to complete. Deschamps captained legends, he managed legends, and his World Cup achievements are legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this guy his flowers.
Good morning to you. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne. Gabby Agbonlahor is here with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. You can get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. You can check it out online now. Coming up for you this morning, we're going to get the Argentinian perspective ahead of the game tomorrow night with a man who played with Messi 24 times. Former Argentina centre-back Federico Fernandez will be with us here on Breakfast. And singer and England fans Ollie Murs will join us on this show as well. Do not miss that. But now, what a huge night it is. Live on talkSPORT, France take on Spain in the first World Cup semi-final.
Brought out of the air, here's Kylian Mbappe! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Never doubt the quality of Kylian Mbappe!
Is this close to best player in the world who is defined completely by the World Cup? Every tournament has been his.
Level with Lionel Messi, 8 goals for this World Cup.
We have enough quality, to adapt ourselves, and we can make individual, miracles as well with the ball.
Now it's square to Pau Kabasi. He strikes it low. Lampard's just lost it, and it's hammered in. It's Mikel Merino.
Spain, if they continue playing the way that they play, it will be always a candidate.
They have had injuries that would finish a lot of good teams, and yet they still have a level of control, and they still get it done in the end.
Dembele charging on and finding the net.
Probably even more than 98, more than the 86 team. I think this team has the highest ceiling.
Can anybody at this World Cup stop France?
Well, Didier Deschamps thinks so, as he says Spain are the favourites for this game. Is he right about that? Very pleased to say that 1998 French World Cup winner and Euros 2000 winner Emmanuel Petit is with us this morning.
Emmanuel.
Good morning, guys.
How are you?
Lucky to have you again.
Good.
It's a big day. Do you wake up and go, Bastille Day? Yes.
Yeah, it's a special day today, the semi-final, but as well the national day, for the French people. So it's going to be very emotional today, yeah.
Yeah.
Big celebrations today and hopefully tonight after the game.
Peacefully.
We hope so, Emmanuel. We hope so.
Nice.
We hope so.
I hope so too. I hope we can beat Spain at least, because the last time we met them, they beat us twice, in a row. So we have something to prove tonight, yeah.
We haven't spoke to you since the Morocco game. Comfortable? Easy?
Well, the game against Morocco, yeah. I was surprised the way that Morocco played that game. They never get into the game. No, never. So yeah, we had a really good game, quite a quiet game for us, and I think we should have won probably 4 or 5-0 easily. But we didn't expect that kind of game, especially from Morocco, because we thought that they had quality, to put some troubles on the pitch, but they didn't from the first minute until the end and never played that game.
So scared, wasn't they?
Well, Sabari was a huge miss,
of course, yeah,
for Morocco, I'd say, in that game. But France have been outstanding.
Yeah.
And they're the favourites for this competition. Your manager says Spain.
Well, we are among the favourites, and before the tournament we were saying that Argentina, England, Spain and France would be in the semi-final, and they are the top team ranked on the FIFA, and they are in the semi-final. So, as I said, Spain are our strongest opponent, I think. That's why we have something to prove tonight. Not kind of revenge, but somewhere it's not far from that.
Don't you think when you see France play now, Emmanuel, it doesn't matter if you sit behind the ball.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you try and press high. They find a way. Some of Mbappe's goals, the goal against Morocco, and you're like, okay, comes through and touch, bends it in the top corner. You're like, it looks like you can't stop this France team. And Morocco were that scared of the talent on display. They literally didn't try and throw any players forward.
That's the big difference between the teams Spain meet, when they beat us in the National League 5-4, and they beat us as well the last European tournament. We look much stronger now, especially up front. We have so many options, up front to score goals, and this is not the same team. That's why I think we are confident. We respect Spain. We don't feel the same fear that we used to fear, recently when we used to meet Spain. So this is a different game. I hope what I'm saying right now, we will see that tonight during the game. But I think Spain collectively are probably the strongest team. The way they possess the ball all the time, the way they control the rhythm of the game, the way they take away the ball from you all the time, the pressure when they lose the ball straight away. So we have to be aware about that because they are really, really good in the last third of the pitch. Yeah.
Have you been blown away by them yet, though?
Step by steps. I think I was not thrilled, from the start of the tournament with Spain, but step by step, they come back the way they used to be all the time. And this is something that we are in conscience, in France, because we know that we are stronger, but we know as well that we need to get the ball.
I think as well, you look at Spain, Emmanuel, they've conceded 1 goal against Belgium, clean sheets against Austria, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde, and Portugal. But they've not played a team like this, France. They've not played against Elise, Mbappe, Doué, Barcola, who I love, by the way. Barcola, how quick is he, by the way? When I watch him, it's like no one's stopping him.
That's why we are really exciting, in France, because we used to have strong team, but I think this team, especially up front, is the best team ever, in the history of France. That's my opinion, because we have so many options. We can play in so many areas. So many players can make difference all together, but individually as well. So this is something that we never experienced before.
You look at the last World Cup as well, like Mouani, for instance, didn't get called up. Thuram. You got some of these players that are nowhere near it. There's no time. Even Mateta's getting on here and there 10 minutes. Shirky might get on 10 minutes. But you've got that much talent, and these talented players are nowhere near getting on the pitch.
But on top, it's scary. But on top of it, I think we look strong as well defensively. I hope it will be the case tonight. But I think we always thought that the balance of the team were not right because we had a weakness sometimes in defense. But we have proved the last few games that we could be strong as well defensively.
Agreed.
Would any of the Spain players get into this France side, in your opinion?
Cucurella, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, left back, right back, probably. Yeah.
Oro.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Rodri, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, Rodri, I think he's coming back and top level. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. I mean, in terms of then the game tonight, it's a huge occasion. Being in the semi-final, France have turned up in every game. Mbappe's turned up.
Yeah.
Is there any way they could go missing tonight against Spain?
I don't think so.
No.
That kind of games, top games like this, are for the top players. And Mbappe, you mentioned Mbappe. He has something to prove, especially against Spain. Don't forget that the first 2 seasons with Madrid was he scored so many goals, but they haven't won anything at all. And the pressure and the critics have been on the Mbappe's shoulders. So he has something to prove tonight, especially against Spain.
You're so right, because that Telegraph headline came out today. Main man Mbappe, a hero in France, but cast as the scapegoat in Spain.
Yeah.
When you look what's happening to him at club with the 70 million signatures on this petition.
I don't understand it, mate.
Yeah, I said it from the start of the competition. Mbappe was on a mission. We can see that on the pitch, the way he's acting on the pitch, but as well outside the pitch, the relationship with the players, he's the leader of the team. He's very, very enthusiastic, to do something great, during this tournament, because this is probably his last chance to win the Ballon d'Or. And the fact that Paris Saint-Germain, since he left, has won twice in a row the Champions League is something present in his mind as well. The critics in Madrid as well. Everything he has received. That's why I think today he's going to be present. He will be on the pitch thinking, I have to do anything I can to win that game, to be the leader of the team. Definitely.
Character is unbelievable.
Yes. That's why we're expecting from your best player.
Yep, agreed.
But that's it. Some players don't do that. They can't turn up in the major tournaments. It's what we've seen from all the players this tournament.
And Bellingham
that they have
is our best player, and we've seen it.
It's kind of the same Bellingham with England,
Yeah, similar situation. We're glad you're with us until 10 o'clock this morning. We build up to France against Spain live on talkSPORT at 8 o'clock tonight. Coming up, we're going to hear from Troy Deeney, who somehow managed to get to anger England and Arsenal fans with one comment, and you'll hear it next. Morning. Newcastle's summer exodus is set to reach a crisis point. Sean, you'll have heard this news. Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, of course, already out the door. Club captain and fan favourite Bruno Guimaraes has reportedly informed the hierarchy that he wants to join champions Arsenal, with another star player forcing his way out. Darren Bent raised serious concerns about what this loss could mean for Eddie Howe next season.
Yeah, I do feel for Eddie Howe. I really do, because again, if Bruno leaves tonight, he's obviously gone to Tottenham as well. Isaac, they just haven't been able to kind of recruit the players certainly the quality that they've lost. And you look at what they've bought some of these players for. Isaac, was it 60 million? They're selling for 120. Like tonight, they bought him for a fee. They're selling for more. So clearly, he's improving these players. But at some point, I think if Newcastle do want to go to the next level, they've got. I know it's hard with the PSR and the financial fair play, but if they do want to go to the next level and then stay there, they've got to find a way of holding on to some of these players.
Oh, look at Darren and his floral number. Watching on the smart TV, I like that. Sure. Do you have sympathy for Eddie Howe in this situation? The latest is that Bruno has agreed personal terms with Arsenal, but Newcastle's stance is that he remains not for sale.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's really tough, and the challenge that you have is not just if one of your big players goes at any football club, at any level really. People understand there's a time and a place. When two go, that can make other players a bit itchy and a bit nervy. Then if three go, all of a sudden they go, hang on a minute, who are we bringing in? And I think they're right on that cusp. I don't know their situation at PSR, but I've been through that, obviously, in my time at Everton, so I know how dangerous that can be. But I think losing the players of that quality, I think that's really tough on Eddie, and I think he's done a great job there. So hopefully, I mean, look, you never know on the other side of that. Good people in their recruitment there. They've shown that over the years, so they might have people lined up, don't forget. So these things can twist very quickly when you get a freshness in the camp and a newness and some quality, and all of a sudden it can feel different.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
To World Cup breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's Shebahn Aherne, former England striker Gabby Agbonlahor and 1998 World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit is with us this morning. You woken up yet?
Yeah, I'm starting to wake up now.
What time did your alarm go off?
6:30.
Okay.
But I know, it's not the fact I wake up early. There's so many people that wake up early, to go to work. It's the way I'm traveling so much, yes. And we finish in the middle of the night most of the time, so it's quite difficult sometimes.
Earlier on with Max Scott, we were speaking about the amount of miles that England have done in comparison to what France have done. Does it affect footballers? Does it make you tired?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Even the first class travel?
Doesn't matter. It's the way when you travel, your body, stuck in the plane, the altitude as well, the pressure on the blood pressure. Things like this, you don't realize the same way that if you are in a bedroom or in a table massage, things like this. So it's different, the traveling, takes a long time to go to the airport and then going back to the hotel, things like this. So
perfect. We have an excuse now.
No, this is not an excuse, but you have to keep that in your mind. the medical staff, are really worried about that. So that's why I think they have to take any precaution, to deal with that.
Get those pregnancy socks, the one that hold your ankles in, compression socks. Troy Deeney, friend of talkSPORT, was live on Drive from the States yesterday. The former Watford man was speaking on who this current England team reminds him of.
This is giving me Arsenal in the Champions League vibes, where they get through, they haven't been great, but they're winning, and everyone keeps going, they're good, they keep winning, they're good, they keep winning, and ultimately you'll get to a final or semi-final against just a level above that you just can't get to, unfortunately, and while it'll be a good game, you ultimately lose.
What do you think about that, guys?
Over to you, Emmanuel, Arsenal fan.
Well, my answer would be very simple. If England wins that way, who cares?
Okay.
Who will remind this?
I think what he's trying to say is that, Arsenal done very well in the Champions League, but then they faced PSG. And even though it was a close game, they had to sit back and the better team won on the day. He's saying that if England get to the final, maybe play France are the better team, they lose. So I see what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I can understand, but there is so many ways to win games and big tournaments. There is not just one way, to do it. Everybody, especially the players, we all want to play romantically, But sometimes you can't do that. You just have to be pragmatic, and you have to play with your own qualities, and you have to take as well care, keep in your minds the quality of the opponent. So I can understand when the critics are on Arsenal sometimes, but at the end, I just want them to win. And as I said, as a player, as a fans, in 10 years' time, who will care about that?
Okay.
Lamine Yamal just said it, in an interview. He said, I hasn't been great so far, during this tournament. Even if I score only one goal during that tournament, my dream is to win the World Cup. And he said, who will remember that at the end, in 10 years' time, that I only score one goal during the World Cup?
That's a very good point. A mature comment from a 19-year-old as well. If France get through tonight against Spain, Emmanuel, would you rather see England or Argentina in a final?
Well, it's hard to answer because we have a kind of revenge about the last World Cup final we lost against Argentina. Okay. But in the meantime, I would love to have France to meet England. Yeah, definitely.
Some game.
You have a lot of love for England, don't you? You spent a lot of time here. You have a lot of love for us.
Oh, here it goes.
The relationship between the two countries are huge. It's historic, on many, many matters. So, no, that's why I think I would love, England to win against Argentina and then meet France if we can beat Spain.
I think the players, though, that will win the 2022 World Cup final really want Argentina. I can imagine Mbappe really wants Argentina. Can we get them in the final and give them a good beating after us losing the last World Cup?
Probably, yeah.
We'll wait and see. We'll find out what happens tonight. France-Spain live on talkSPORT, 8 p.m. kickoff, and it's time now to get the odds with Coral and Dave Stevens.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Dave Stevens, good to have you with us today. Good morning. How are we looking tonight? These odds are juicy.
Good morning, Shebahn. Gab, bonjour, Manu. Yeah, look, here we are after all these games. It is the top four seeds. They were four of the top five in the betting. Brazil were the fourth favourites ahead of Argentina at the start. So it feels like it's been predictable. But, of course, the tournament hasn't played out like that at all, Shebahn, has it? There's been loads of interesting results. But here we are, and who isn't looking forward to these two games? Different way, obviously, as an England fan. I'm really looking forward to tonight as a neutral. I'm hoping it's going to go all the way, tire both of these teams out, and then England tomorrow night, hopefully straightforward. But it's not going to be like that, is it? I'm sure tomorrow night. But in terms of tonight, Manu, France, no surprise. You are favourites to win in 90 minutes, 11-8.
We are favourite.
Yeah.
You are favourites to win.
Who says so?
Everyone.
I mean, these Cobble guys.
We lost the last two games against Spain. European tournament 2 years ago, and National League as well, and they are great teams. They are one of the favorites as well. So I think it's 50-50. I can't say that we are the favorite. I will say that our strongest opponent is Spain. So we will see tonight.
Well, look, I think everyone really, apart from maybe
Stop stuttering, Steve-O. You okay, mate?
No, but Manu's being very cautious.
Sorry,
Gab,
mate. Says who? Huh?
Gab, you made France favourites from the start, didn't you? Let's be honest.
Yes.
Look, this could easily go all the way. It's 4-6 France to qualify, 11-10 Spain. That's fundamentally what matters. It's just 5-1 to go to penalties. Again, it definitely has that feel that it could go all the way. Two players, obviously, that we're all going to be watching. Kylian Mbappe. I mean, he's 11-10 to score any time. He's only 22-1 to score a hat-trick. And Lamine Yamal, feelings that perhaps he's got to step up a bit. He's 9-4 to score any time. But as we just heard there, he's more interested in Spain winning the World Cup rather than individual performances. I thought, Manu, it's fascinating. You saying this is the best French side you have seen.
Yeah.
When you think what your side achieved, winning World Cup and European Championship, Gab, that was some statement from Manu about this side.
Yeah, especially up front. I think the quality we have up front, the options we have, there's so many talents on the pitch who can make easily a difference, during a game. So this is the main difference, with the team we knew before, especially even our team, when we won the World Cup European tournament in 2000, we were a strong team. I think we had a better balance, into the team, but in terms of quality up front, that I think I never seen a team like that, in France history.
When a Bradley Barcola or a Desiree Doué comes off the bench, you know that it's scary.
Do you know what I think? These two games, these semi-finals, I think goals. I really see goals. I think over 3 goals in both games. I feel like the attack that France have got, Mbappe is going to want to be top goal scorer. I just look at the defensive frailties of maybe Argentina. I could see over 3 goals in both games.
Really?
I agree. Both teams to score 4-6 I picked out. I'm absolutely in agreement. Gab, do you want... I won't ask Manu, but Gab, do you want to give a score prediction?
Well, I think it's going to be... I'm going to go 3-1 to France, but I want Spain to win because I think we've got a better chance against Spain in the final.
Okay.
And Emmanuel doesn't invite me to Paris.
Yeah. But not today. It's going to be a mess today.
Okay. Tomorrow.
3-1 France is 14-1. So juicy price, that one, Gab. Manu, do you want to give a prediction?
Yeah, I think I would love to see goals, but I think it's going to be more tactical. I think the respect between both teams, the fear that we have on each other. I think that will be probably something like a draw. I will see a draw during that game.
Really?
Yeah, maybe going to the extra times or even to the penalties. So I will bet for 1-1.
Okay, I wouldn't mind a little late night
5-1.
We penalty goal.
This is the best attack against the best defence.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's so true. Quickly on the cricket then, please, Dave. What have we got tonight?
Yes. We shouldn't forget, actually, it's a huge sporting week with the Open Golf coming up.
I know. It's going under the
big
radar.
race at Longchamp in Paris tonight. The Grand Prix de Paris, always run on Bastille Day. That's a great race. And we've got the first ODI between England and India. 4-5 England, even money India. Brendan McCullum will still be coaching this white ball team, even though they booted him out of the test team.
Oh, Dave, as ever, thank you so much for your time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Steve-O.
That was a look at the latest odds with Coral. 18 plus BeGambleAware.org. Coming up, we'll get Gabby and Manu to build the best 11 out of the 4 teams left in the World Cup. That'll be fun. How many England players will be in it? You'll find out next morning.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here to reward the fans this summer. 18 plus BeGambleAware.org.
I mean, as recently as 2024, Bruno Turzazol, he told everybody who cared to listen what he wanted to achieve at Newcastle.
Never said that I would like to leave. Since I signed for the club, I always said I want to put my name in the club history, and nothing changed. Nothing changed from me. It is keeping going. I still want to win some trophy for me. When I signed for the club, I said I want to play Champions League, and everyone said that I was crazy, and we got it. Now I wanna be in Champions League again. I wanna win something for the club. I think the fans deserve. We are worked so hard to get it, so this is still my dream.
And then a year later, Simon, they win the Carabao Cup. And Bruno says, "This is my second home. We're making history. Someday, when I leave this club, I want the fans to sing my name the way they do Alan Shearer." I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Well, look, first and foremost, ask yourself the question, why are these players suddenly all deserting the sinking ship? It's not a sinking ship, but it doesn't appear to be a particularly ambitious one. It doesn't appear to have an ownership model that everyone thought was going to change the whole direction of football. Oh, my God, we've just sold to a nation state, one of the richest nation states, and look what they're going to do to football. But they haven't done anything. They're going to buy everybody. They're going to buy Ronaldo. They're going to buy Messi. They're going to have this player here, that player, this player, you know, and they haven't.
Yeah.
They bought a bunch of players that to some extent, they've gone and made better. And these players are now doing what every player does, which is go, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Oh, Real Madrid. And that's what Newcastle have found themselves in a position of doing. So ask yourself the question, despite the vilification of a player that 2 years ago said he wanted to stay, nothing lasts forever. He's done his 2 years. He is entitled to leave. How he leaves is the key component part of this. But also, why? Why are Newcastle now a place where people want...
To win the World Cup gives you the ultimate bragging right. To win it as a player and a manager, I mean, that's like completing football. And only 3 have ever done it. Mario Zagallo with Brazil, Franz Beckenbauer with West Germany, Didier Deschamps with France. Statistically, though, who's the best? Let's start with this guy, Mario Zagallo. He won the World Cup as a player in 1958 and 62, winning 10 of his 12 games across 2 tournaments, and the other 2 were draws. As a manager, he won 9 of 13 across 2 tournaments, including all 6 played by his iconic Brazil side in 1970, a win rate of 76%. Franz Beckenbauer had a slightly better managerial record, winning 10 of 14, but his playing record was a tiny bit worse, winning 14 out of 18. That gives him 24 wins in 32 in total, a 75% win rate. And finally, Deschamps, who won the only World Cup he played at in 1998. Until 2026, he'd coached France at 3 World Cups, winning 14 of 19 games. I mean, look at that. A combined 20 wins in 25 games. Crazy. An overall win rate of 80%. So, based on the stats, it goes Deschamps, Zagallo, and then Beckenbauer. But let's be real, there's no losers here.
A very good morning to you. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne. The former England striker Gabby Agbonlahor is here alongside 98 French World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit, who's bobbing his head along there to blue is the colour. You like that?
Ex-Chelsea.
Merci is the name.
Oh, hello. Bonjour. We're here with Arnold Clark. Good morning. Browse the UK's best used car deals and score your dream car today. You can check out their website online for more details. Now, Gabby Alonso has arrived and is out on the training pitch in southwest London as he gets ready to take charge of the Blues this season. He underwent his first press conference yesterday and spoke on what excites him about the season ahead.
The club, the squad, the opportunity and the honor to come to join this great club and to create the excitement, this bond with the supporters and to win games and to be successful.
Manu, do you think Gabby Alonso can be successful at Chelsea?
Well, hard to answer because there's so many managers, on the bench, recently for Chelsea. So they changed so many times, and the stability, has not been there on the bench, and the identity as well, the DNA of the team, and so many troubles on and off the pitch at Chelsea. Still believe that they have the quality, to do much better than that, and but they have to stick, with a vision. So that's why I think and I hope the board will give time to Alonso to do what he wants, because I remember Pep Guardiola when he first came in England. He hasn't won anything the first season, but he kept the confidence from the board, and he had a vision, to do what he wanted to do. And I just want Alonso to get the time to do what he wants to do,
and to be given the kind of control element as well. Does he get that?
Look at Manchester United. They've just signed Tielemans, 29. Sometimes you need players for now to win now, don't you? Not just young players. So Chelsea need to change their way of thinking with signing players.
It was in the radars, for Manchester United for years now. I think it started, in 2018, something like that. So Tielemans has been, has been good with Aston Villa, but is it a little bit too late to go to Manchester United?
Would you look at it and say,
too late how?
He's captain of Belgium.
Tielemans.
He's won the Europa League with Aston Villa. He was one of our star players last season. Manchester United probably thinking, for 30 million, we get maybe 3 years out of him, still at his best. Maybe they're thinking that. It's not.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that Tielemans is a good player. There's no doubt about it. But going to Manchester United, I think it's a step further, and the pressure is different, you have to play well every single game. And sometimes I have the feeling it's kind of the same with the manager, at Aston Villa, he tried to manage top clubs, and if I won't say he failed, and there's many reasons why it didn't work, but the fact that he won so many trophies, the teams below than that, it's for me, it's there is something behind that, and I got the same feeling with Tielemans.
Okay. Good. Manu, we're down to our final four then left in the World Cup. We've got two mouth-watering semi-finals coming up for you here on talkSPORT over the next couple of days. Firstly, tonight, France take on Spain, and then England facing arch-rivals Argentina tomorrow night, both live on talkSPORT. Lads, I want you to now name your combined 11 with the four teams left in the tournament. Okay, so if you can.
Manuel has named 11 French players. That's what, and all the subs are French.
10 English players now.
I think we've disagreed on the goalkeeper. I've gone with Aston Villa legend Emi Martinez. I still think he's the best goalkeeper. But Emmanuel, you've gone with?
Yeah, I will go with Maignan, the French goalkeeper here.
Yeah, he has been good at this tournament.
Yeah, he's been good for France for years now. So
okay, I'm going to give him that. Okay.
You're gonna.
Yeah, Emmanuel's got the goalkeeper.
Okay.
What about right back, Emmanuel? Who you gone with?
Well, there's no many right backs that impress me. If we have to be based on the performances, during that World Cup, I don't want to say that, but Condé, it's the first name that comes up in my mind, but. It's not my priority, but because I was not impressed with the right back so far, I will take Condé, but I still think about Reece.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Reece James, I agree.
Yeah.
But he's had injury problems this tournament. Porro's been okay for Spain. And you look at Argentina, Molina, Montiel, they've been okay. I agree, Condé. Yeah. Condé at right back.
All right, fine. So we agree on that, Maignan and Koundé.
Left back, he must be a Digne for you?
I think we agreed.
Cucurella.
Yeah, Cucurella, yeah.
Yeah, tonight Cucurella will be in for a tough game, but if there's anyone that can maybe stop Dembele or Elise on that side, Cucurella is good 1v1, isn't he?
He's fast. He's got a fighting spirit. I like the movement. When you go up front, he's got something special. This guy, and he put as well sometimes bad spirits on the pitch. To annoy you all the time. Yeah, sometimes you just go down. You just want to kick him.
Yes, yes. You could blow at him and you'll fall over.
Yeah.
I want to foul. Yeah.
So I prefer to get him in my team.
Yes, agreed. This is one non-negotiable though. Centre half, Emmanuel. One of them has to be Konsa. He has been fantastic. Before the tournament, everyone says no, it's got to be Getty and Stones, but he has been so good.
I agree with you, but you forgot something very important.
What?
When you play central defenders, it's very special. The communication, the link between the two players are really special. I agree with you. Konsa has been amazing.
Yeah.
But I think Upamecano and Saliba both.
Picking two.
Picking the two of them.
What's going on? Where are we?
We're going to be world champions, so that's why.
we're in Paris here. Okay, I can't argue with Emmanuel knows more about football than me. So yeah, Saliba.
I used to play central defenders too. So.
Yes, everywhere.
Yeah, give him that.
Yeah, I'll give him two French centre halves.
So far, we've got one Spaniard. Then the rest are French. Move to midfield.
Okay, defensive midfield. Who are you going to go with, Emmanuel?
Just Rodri. Yeah.
I think Rodri's looked like Ballon d'Or Rodri this tournament. He had injury problems last season. Yeah. Manchester City. He looks like
never lose a ball.
Yes. It's good news for Man City next season, isn't it? The way he's played.
It's great news. It's great news for football to see him back to the way that
Definitely,
he can be.
Yeah. And he'll try and do that tonight, won't he?
Yeah, of course.
He'll try and control the game tonight as well.
I think that will be one of the key tonight. Yes. Olise, in the same area, who's going to win the battle? I think that will be very important with the link with the strikers.
Okay, go on.
Okay, Emmanuel. So, who are you going to go with the other two midfielders? So,
I think we agree as well. Olise and Bellingham, both of them, they've been amazing.
Yes, I think that's the easy one to choose.
Yeah.
Left midfield, Emmanuel.
Left midfield. I mean the left winger.
Sorry, left winger. Mbappe.
We have to put Mbappe on the left wing. Why? Because there is Kane.
Exactly. Kane deserves to be in.
So if Kane didn't have a great tournament so far, we'll put definitely Mbappe up front.
Yes, agreed.
Okay.
So we're going to go Mbappe on the left-hand side. We're going to go Kane down the middle. 6 goals. He has been very good this tournament. And that right-hand side, I think who you have to choose. It's difficult, isn't it? Because
it's difficult for me because obviously Messi is probably the best player ever, in the football history. But as I said with the central defenders, when you play up front, when you see the links in the French team with Dembele, Olise, and Mbappe, I can't separate them.
Okay.
That's why, obviously, the first name will be Messi, but very close to him, Dembele.
So definitely. You got to pick one, Emmanuel.
Yeah, one.
I will take Messi because I'm in love with him.
Yes.
Me too.
But I agree. I agree with Emmanuel though. Like Messi has to be in, but Dembele has been fantastic.
Unreal.
As well.
He's unreal.
Like he's they've got just so many options. Honestly, like it's incredible.
For everything he has done, for football, but as well his age, 39. This guy
incredible, isn't it?
I mean, he should give his body to the science. I think we will discover something.
Yeah.
Him and Ronaldo, both of them, give your body to the science. I think we will discover something.
But like Shebahn said that, is he the best player in the world? I don't. I think Mbappe is the best player in the world.
Actually, I think Mbappe,
yeah.
Well, Messi is up there. He's still one of the top.
Still in your 11.
Any English players in that 11, Emmanuel?
Did you get? Just Kane
on the bench.
It's fairly even. I mean, obviously.
If I was to go on Emmanuel's show in France and speak like this, they would kick me out. Straight on the Eurostar, get out.
So we've got 2 Englishmen in there, a couple of Spaniards.
I'll be banned, Emmanuel.
Yeah,
exactly. Lovely. Enjoyed that, guys. Thank you very much for that. Still to come for you on talkSPORT Breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
Why does it feel so good but hurt so bad? My mind keeps saying run as fast as you can.
You like Ollie Murs, Emmanuel?
Yep.
Big fan, yeah. He's going to be with us on the show very soon, and we'll find out if he thinks the Three Lions can finally end 60 years of hurt and bring it home. Plus, a man that played for Argentina in their run to the 2014 World Cup final, former Newcastle and Swansea defender Federico Fernandez, joins us to preview this monumental clash live on talkSPORT. Looking forward to it. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins. Good morning.
Trouble, Mickey, yeah, that's your middle name.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder, and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
That 30-year feud reignited between Roy Keane and Alfie Haaland. So Haaland's dad was obviously at the game, obviously unhappy with how things played out between Norway and England, whether it's his son being penalised for pushing Elliot Anderson in the box and that goal being ruled out, whether it's the ball hitting the spider cam for England's first. So he's really frustrated, and he takes to X to sarcastically congratulate Bellingham and the referee, claimed Norway were robbed by the French referee Clement Turpin. In response, on his podcast, Roy Keane decides to stick the knife in even further by saying that alcohol could have impacted Alfie Haaland's judgment on proceedings because, quote, he always seems to be drinking alcohol at the matches. He added, if you're having a drink, then you're seeing the game differently. No love lost between them. A quick reminder, back in 1997... Roy Keane tore his ACL trying to tackle Haaland when he was playing for City. 4 years later, the two clashed again when Keane issued a premeditated sort of knee-high tackle on Haaland. So, yeah, absolute handbag still 30 years later, Gabs.
Yeah, Roy's a bitter guy, though. Like I said before, I had him at Villa. But at least Haaland hasn't walked out of his country at a World Cup.
Oh.
Drop the mic.
Oh.
Where's my water?
Wow. Well, make sure it's not alcohol.
Whatever.
See things a bit differently.
Glass houses.
Oh, I don't know if grown men need to be behaving like that when they get an opportunity.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to be like that. Haaland's dad, he's devastated. His son's not scored or whatever, and his country's going home. There's no harm in that.
And we hear that Haaland wasn't at full fitness either. Tony Cascarino, in fact, got a message at half-time saying that he's been ill. Yeah. And so obviously we see, don't we, with the parents of or the family members of footballers, they passionately defend their loved ones. But it seems that Roy Keane's just taken the opportunity. He's seen the opportunity to just dig it in.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Matt Forden from talkSPORT. This is How to Win the World Cup.
This is the best squad I think England have ever had.
He used to love America, now he doesn't. It's very sad.
It was so important to succeed because of all the pressure we received.
Don't jump for this one, I'm going to knock his head off.
Warning, this podcast does not guarantee England will actually win anything.
Good morning to you. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT, 10 to 9, Tuesday the 14th of July. My name's Shebahn, Aherne. Gabby Agbonlahor is here as ever, and 1998 World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit. And it's time now for a bit of this.
No, rien de
Vieira, Emmanuel Petit, 3.
There we just.
When you win something important with your national team, we don't talk about sport anymore.
That's probably the ugliest goal I ever seen.
Even those people who don't like football, don't like footballers, they stop you in the street because they are proud of what you've done for your country.
rien de rien.
Grand ou petit.
Oh, je ne regrette
Should be singing.
rien.
That make you feel like
Yeah.
going to get right into it. Go on, Emmanuel. Belt it out. On a Tuesday morning, yes, it's our favourite feature, Grand ou Petit, when we give Emmanuel Petit a problem and he has to tell us whether it's a grand problem or just a little one. First up, Thomas Tuchel appeared to lose his cool at ITV interviewer Gabriel Clark as he branded his side lucky in their extra time World Cup winner over the Norwegians. Some suggested that the ITV reporter took Tuchel's comments and used them to try stir up some controversy with Jude Bellingham. talkSPORT's Jim White and Simon Jordan get into that topic yesterday.
Was Tuchel unhappy with the performance?
Yeah, so he should be.
Yeah, that's what Gabriel put to Jude.
But it also talks.
That's a fair question to put to
But why
Jude,
didn't
isn't
he
it?
put the balance?
But is that not a fair question to put to Bellingham?
At the same time as putting balance in the conversation. If you're trying
We'll
to
agree to disagree on
it's
that.
dishonest. It's absolutely fundamentally
What's dishonest about it?
Because you're not presenting the full picture. You are taking what the manager's worst
Tuchel
things.
said his bit, and Jude said his bit.
But that is why I qualify things by sitting with you and peers, and I'm delighted to say that whilst I'm in the media, I'm not a creation of it. I didn't build my career
don't
around the
start
media.
all that again.
Well, it's
Not
true.
all that again.
It's true.
I've never heard anything like that.
Because you wouldn't, because you're a journalist. Your entire life has been journalism. What you do is you look at it
Piers
and go,
Morgan
how
jumped
can
down
we
your
get
throat about that as well? No, we don't.
but
And that's where you're wrong.
Yes.
There we go. It got a little bit heated between the guys yesterday, between a journalist and between somebody else who's in the media,
Yeah.
between Jim and Simon. Do you think this is a big problem or a small problem for England, Emmanuel, now that this has happened between Jude and the manager, this mild war of words, shall we call it?
Well, I understand Tuchel, but this is not what I'm expecting from a manager straight after the game. I can understand the emotion, you're still, it happened, straight after the game, the whistle. But in the meantime, if I'm a player, I don't want to hear that from my manager. I want him to tell me and to tell us in the dressing room what he thought about the game, but not in front of the camera. This is my opinion. Some people may disagree with me. They will think he's right, he's honest, he's sincere, things like this. I can understand, but saying that kind of thing straight after the fact that England won that game, qualified for the semi-final, you don't expect that, the first comment of the manager. He looked tired for me, the last two games, on the bench, he looked tired. The way, the emotions, has been over him, all the time. He was hard. It's hard for him to control everything. But I don't expect that from manager. So I disagree with Tuchel.
Okay, so do you think Tuchel said the wrong thing there? It wasn't a Jude Bellingham thing. It wasn't the interviews thing.
Yeah, the reaction from Bellingham.
Yeah, I mean, is
It's
that just on
fierce.
Tuchel?
Those guys, the two guys we're talking about, they are fierce, they are proud, and they show pride. We can feel that. But in the meantime, as I said right before, I can understand as well Bellingham reaction because you don't expect that from your manager because the heat, the environment, everything
And
you've been
also,
facing.
yeah, exactly, that's what I was going to say.
quarterfinal.
You've been through so many of these games as well. You've scored 2 goals.
Yes.
You played extra time. You're shattered. The humidity, the heat, the tiredness. After a game, you don't want to hear no negativity when you're through to a semi-final.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the changing room,
Yes.
speak to the players. Afterwards, you come and speak to the media.
Yes.
You already spoke to the players and you say
And
it.
choose your words.
Exactly.
You have to be very cautious about that because it's important for the players.
Yes. It's just that Tuchel did say that Jude is world class and he did say that they were lucky and these guys have the mentality. It's just what went back to Jude was the manager's not happy with their performance.
In a way,
so the full context is important.
Tuchel, in a way, the way he said that, it's like, again, try to put myself in a player situation. The way he said that, the feeling they get from that is this. So we don't deserve to go to the semi-final. If we follow and understand what you're saying, we don't deserve it. But we try everything. We fight back. We show strike a great mentality. We didn't play well. We all agree about that. But man, we don't want that from you.
Okay. Okay. What about this then? The current 48-team tournament still in full swing, but reports have emerged that FIFA would like to expand the World Cup again.
Okay, I'm leaving.
He's leaving.
Stay, Manuel, come back.
Taxi for Manu to 64.
Everything. So just make a phone call to the Premier League chief and everybody, change the championship. It's going to be, well, why don't we create a Super League for top European clubs, and then we create a World Cup for the 64 teams
by 2030.
I have a better option. Why we should involve every single country in the world during the World Cup?
That's perfect.
That's
Let's
perfect.
Just do that.
Okay. Different continents as well.
That's ridiculous. The way he does that is the only things he's got is in head is the next election.
Yeah.
He wants to keep his position. He wants to keep his seat. He wants to open, the World Cup to everybody in the world to get the vote afterwards, because he knows actually he's in danger, for everything he has done so far, Trump things, but it's not the only one. There is so many bad things, that happened since Infantino. We don't call him Infantino anymore. We call him Mafia Infantino.
Okay.
This is, as a former player, I'm so proud to win the World Cup with my teammates. But in the meantime, I will never, I swear to God, I will never do anything for FIFA.
Wow.
Never. I will never be an ambassador for FIFA.
Wow.
Never, ever. Instead, if they change their mentality, but they will never change. They sack Blatter, and then we got Infantino. It's the same way they rule FIFA. They don't care about us. They don't care about football. They don't care about any person in the world. They just care about their position, the politics, the power, the money. That's it. They live in their own world. I'm so tired of them.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Well said.
Well
I
said.
agree with everything you said.
On behalf of a few people there, Emmanuel. Interesting. But 64 teams might see Scotland get out of the group, so...
What for?
I'm joking!
But their group is San Marino and Faroe Islands.
To drink beers, that's it.
Yeah, we'll drink your fry, actually.
World Cup should be a privilege.
Exactly.
It's fun, though.
Not easy to get to. It should be really tough. Look at the drama. I've got Scotland against Denmark to get through. It should be like that.
Listen, instead of offering, those countries who never get the chance to play during the World Cup, just give them the money to develop themselves in terms of structure and the academy, the grassroots, which is actually FIFA is doing, for years on the countries. But where goes the money? This is my question.
No amount of money would have Emmanuel Petit be an ambassador with FIFA. No amount of money.
No chance.
50 million.
I've got my values. I don't want people to share my values.
Money's not everything.
But this is who I am, and I will still like this.
Good on you.
I like that.
More from Emmanuel Petit coming up before now and 10 o'clock. And if that wasn't enough, we'll ask him, does Jude Bellingham remind him of his old teammate Zinedine Zidane? Good morning. That's next. Scottish sensation Arthur Ferry shocked the world, becoming just the second ever wildcard to make a Wimbledon semi-final. He is with us now live in the studio. Good morning to you, Arthur.
Good morning, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in.
Amazing.
How's life, mate? How's it all going?
It's been good. It's been busy, that's for sure, past few days. But yeah, it's going to be nice to have a bit of time off and just relax, process everything.
I was going to ask you straight away, like, what have you learnt from your experience at Wimbledon? Because, like I spoke to you before we come on, I was watching the Dimitrov win. And honestly, mate, the tennis that you was playing is unbelievable. Everyone talking about it. Everyone that's English so proud of you. But what were your experiences and what have you learnt from your time at Wimbledon?
Yeah, it was the first time that I, caught the general public's eye, and I was playing in front of a lot of people. So, getting used to that was good. I had 2 weeks and six matches to kind of get used to it progressively. So, yeah, that was good, and going to use that experience to moving forward as well.
What was it like after every round you're getting past, and then you could hear people saying, "I'm not sure we can get past that, wild card. I'm not sure we can beat him. I'm sure we beat him." Did you hear those people saying those things? That spur you on a little bit?
Yeah, I was the outsider for most of those matches that I played. But yeah, I was just kept believing in myself. I knew that I could beat those players, and just brought that self-belief on.
Did you feel the pressure, Arthur? Because even here at talkSPORT, you know what we're like. We jump on it, right? And we jump on it hard. Did that outside?
You could probably draw a photo of the modern FIFA World Cup trophy with your eyes closed. But what about the original Jules Rimet trophy? And why was it changed in the first place? And is the trophy that gets lifted by the winning team after the World Cup final the original or the replica? The World Cup trophy hasn't always looked like this. It actually used to resemble this. Originally called Victory or Coupe du Monde, it was designed by French sculptor Agbonlahor and debuted at the first ever World Cup in 1930. It depicted the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, holding an octagonal cup made of gold-plated sterling silver. It had a lapis lazuli base, which is that deep blue gemstone at the bottom. Renamed in 1946 to honour the FIFA president who launched the World Cup, it became then the Jules Rimet Trophy. It went on several adventures during its life, hidden in a shoebox during the Second World War to prevent theft from the Nazis, to famously being stolen in 1966 in England, only to be found by Pickles the dog. Brazil won the right to keep the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently in 1970 after winning it 3 times. There'd be more drama, though, with the trophy again stolen in 1983 in Rio de Janeiro. It's believed to have been melted down. So back to 1970 and the creation of the current and iconic 18-carat gold trophy. Standing at 36.8 centimetres tall with a base made up of 2 layers of green malachite, it's been the World Cup as we know it since the 1974 tournament. But is that the trophy that the winners get to keep? The answer is no. The original gold trophy remains with FIFA and is only displayed at special events. World Cup winners have to settle for a bronze gold-plated replica. The base of the current original has enough space to engrave the names of the winners up to and including the 2038 World Cup. So could we therefore be in for a new trophy in the coming years?
Good morning, how are you this Tuesday? You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne, alongside former England striker Gabby Agbonlahor and the legend from 1998 World Cup winner with France, Emmanuel Petit, is with us this morning until 10 o'clock. We're here with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. You can get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in their upgrade event. You can check it out online now. So still to come between now and 10. Manu Petit is with us. We'll get the Argentinian perspective ahead of the game tomorrow night as well, with a man who played with Messi 24 times, former Argentina centre-back Federico Fernandez will be with us on the show, and England fan, superstar, pop star Ollie Murs will be with us on the show as well. Don't forget, you can hear England Argentina live for you here on talkSPORT tomorrow night. But we're now just under 2 days away from England's semi-final against Argentina for a spot in that World Cup final. Manu, Gabby said yesterday that England Argentina is football's greatest fixture.
Yeah, it's based on history, so it's kind of not a revenge, for England, but not far from that, because the sticks, between both countries, on the politics side, but as well on sports side, the history between both countries are huge and electric. So I think that will be fascinating to see that game, and I hope the English players won't get into the trap, Argentinian players, because they are really good players, but in the meantime, they can spoil the game sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Who do you think has to be more cautious? Because there's been a little bit of shit. Okay.
Definitely Bellingham. Why? Because he's very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that. We talk about Tuchel, what happened, straight after the game, but I can see as well when he arrived at Madrid, the way he's acting on the pitch as well, he's getting very emotional. He has something, I have the feeling he's got something to prove every single time he's on the pitch, all the time. And the way, he has to keep his nerve, definitely, because they will try to do anything they can on the pitch.
What they do, isn't it? I mean, the best at it is Rodri de Paul. He's been doing it his whole career at Atletico Madrid. He's learned from the best. Diego Simeone, the manager. Atletico Madrid are the best at the dark arts over the years, and to wind up players and get players sent off. Rodri de Paul will do it. Paredes in midfield will do it. Romero will do it. Lisandro Martinez will do it. Emi Martinez will take his time and try and wind up. So we have to be careful as a team to not fall into that trap, like Emmanuel's saying. If someone leaves a bit on you, no problem. Let's play football. We're a better team than you. Let's beat you. Don't fall into that trap and then you get yourself sent off.
But surely that trap applies to the Argentinians as well, because they are just as up for this occasion.
We can wind them up.
Fans have been saying this. Martinez can be a bomb scare, sometimes, as can Romero, in terms of getting red cards. So it does apply to both teams.
100%.
100%, yeah, I agree. But I don't see that coming from England. England will try to play the best they can, on the pitch. But Argentina, as I said, Americans, South countries, sometimes, they use dark arts, on the pitch, and that.
I seen it in the last game. I seen Rodri de Paul. I think there was an incident with Xhaka. He's just staring down him.
Provoking him.
Provoking, trying to wind him up. Yeah. You can't bite these players, and Bellingham will be told multiple times, listen, you're the player they're going to want to get sent off, like Simeone done to David Beckham. Don't fall for it.
That's why I think referee would be under scrutiny.
Yes.
I mean, they are here, to control the game. They have to be strong for that game, definitely.
One man who will be outstanding for England tomorrow, hoping to be anyway, is their goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who has sat down with talkSPORT's England correspondent Faye Carruthers.
Yeah, it's always a competitive game, and for me, it's always we look at the route, the upsets of not England versus Argentina. I think you look at the route everyone's getting here, and I think it's the top 4 nations in the world playing against each other in the semi-finals, and yeah, it's going to be a great game, a great atmosphere, and something we'll want to thrive on.
What would it mean for you as a player, having gone through this, from 2018 onwards? What would it mean to you to beat a team like Argentina and get England into a World Cup final?
Yeah, I think anyone in front of us, we're ready and want to beat. and same as Argentina, they want to come and beat us. But it's about us putting our best performance on to go and beat them. We know it's going to be a tough challenge, like every game is. Never take any game for granted, never take it lightly, and it's about us being on our A game, ready for them.
Manuel, you've had a number of thoughts towards Jordan Pickford, but after the Norway game, how did you assess that performance?
Well, tell me about the goal he conceded.
So do you, because a lot of people in the goalkeepers union would back the fact that that was a cross and it was hard for him to get to. We spoke to Butland on the... You think he could have done better?
Of course.
Okay.
Definitely. Did you see the angle where the ball came from?
But we had a former England keeper here
he
yesterday
thought it was
who
probably a
said
cross instead of a shot. Okay, but he's still the goalkeeper, so you have to be careful about that. And the way he conceded the goal, the angle of it, you know, I mean, okay, it's been a surprise, you know, for Pickford. But did you see the faces of the defender when they look at him after conceding the goal? They were surprised too.
Well, in our house, we thought he had a stinker. But Jack Butland, former England goalkeeper, yesterday said that he couldn't have done anything else.
All right. He's goalkeeper, you know, so there is
look after each
the
other.
union. Is it the union thing? I mean, Gabby, do you think he could have done better?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because we go back to 2002 in the Ronaldinho free kick over Seaman, and he didn't mean to shoot, did he? Shoulder up, who took the shot. He didn't mean to shoot, so it's harsh to blame him, but... You know, Emmanuel played goalkeeper as well when he was.
Have you seen the angle of it?
Yes.
You think he could have done better? That's fine.
Of course.
Yes. It's difficult.
Should have done better. But in the meantime, this guy can make such great saves. You know, sometimes 100%. He did it against Norway again. But but as well, you know, you have the feeling that he can make silly mistakes sometimes.
Okay.
I want to ask you one question, Shebahn, about this Argentina side. We've seen what they play. It's like a 4-4-2, but it's 4 centre midfielders.
Yeah.
You know, it's Rodri de Paul on the right, McAllister on the left, and it's Enzo Fernandez with Paredes in the middle. How do we get the best out of our attacking players against that formation? How do we hurt Argentina against that formation?
Try to play wide. There is so many players, you know, in the middle of the park. And I think, again, that's what I've been saying for ages now, but I think in modern football you need to have strong players on the side, you know, on the flank, and this is something that's been missing, you know, for England. But if I had to play against Argentina, I will avoid, you know, to play in the middle of the park. I try to play widely.
Okay, let's talk about Jude Bellingham. 6 appearances at this World Cup, 5 man of the match performances, 6 goals, 1 assist. It's been an incredible tournament so far for Jude. And former England defender John Terry was speaking on FIFA's podcast yesterday and is compared to a World Cup great. Listen to this.
Katie, where would England be without Jude Bellingham? Not in the semi-finals?
Sure we'd be in the semi-finals, no. Christian just said then as well, players of that nature have an ability to arrive at the right time. Lamps did it loads, Stevie G, Scholesy, Jude's doing it as well. It's a real talent. I said at the start of this one, he reminds me of Zidane, the way he plays and stuff. He's dragging this team through at the moment. I think he's world class, I really do. And also, you listen to him off the pitch, he's got a real calmness about him as well. And I think he's the next England captain after Harry May. I think he's been excellent and really dragging this team through. But I think the further we go, other players are going to need to step up and start supporting him and Harry, because we can't just rely on, because no doubt Argentina will target him and try and take him out of the game as well.
You know Zinedine Zidane better than most. Is Bellingham giving you Zidane vibes?
Emotionally, yeah. I think, but I'm sorry, I'm a huge fan of Bellingham, but you cannot put on the same line Zidane and Bellingham, to be honest with you.
Because
Zidane
he hasn't won a World Cup
magician.
yet. Okay.
He's among the best players in football history. Well, I hope Bellingham will find a way, you know, to reach that level.
Not Emmanuel. I don't think people are comparing him in the sense of nowhere near, but I think like when you watch him play, and like I've seen in this World Cup, he's got, you know, when Zidane used to do that little turn, the 2 flicks and turn and then drive, and little moments.
His ability, you mean?
Yeah, little moments you say, oh, I've seen Zidane do that so many times. Okay, but obviously nowhere near the level of Zidane. I don't think people are saying that. Just little moments.
I understand. I agree with you. I think I will probably say as well that you expect from your top players, you know, to take responsibility. You know, the biggest destiny means that you have to take the greatest responsibility on the pitch. And I think Bellingham has done that so far, with England for many games, They don't play well, they're struggling, but all of a sudden there is a flash, something on the pitch, and the name is Bellingham or Kane. Those guys can change easily, the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Zidane's in a world of his own. Forget about it. Bellingham will never be Zidane. Never. But he can have little moments that look like what Zidane was like on the ball.
It's interesting, though, because I think from clips I've heard of you in the past, you speak quite openly about emotions, personalities and stuff like that.
That's important.
That you see that in Bellingham, what you saw in Zidane.
Yeah, Diego as well. Top players have got big egos, and because they want to prove they are among the best and the best players on the pitch all the time. And this is what I like from top players. Doesn't matter what they hear, the critics on anything. They come on the pitch, they take the ball, and they show you what means to be a leader.
Love it. Coming up, we're going to continue to bring you more on England versus Argentina and get a rallying cry from pop star and England superfan Ollie Murphy's with us next.
After a game, positivity, and you throw that negative comment about what a manager says, but you haven't told Bellingham everything positive that the manager said.
Sorry, just being on the other side of that, right?
Yeah.
So you're a player, you've come off the pitch and maybe had negativity after a win, but that is his job.
Yeah.
That's him. That's the guy, the fella doing his job, Adrian Clark.
Well, is that a problem in the media then?
But it's not. It's just your manager's just said this. What do you make about that, Jude?
Yeah, but I still think that might be his job, but then when people moan, and there's been a lot of moaning on social media by a lot of the public, we've just got through to a semi-final. We should be positive, and people are creating a beef between our best player and the manager.
Tuchel created the beef.
No,
he put it out there first.
But Tuchel's not called out any player. He said what he thought about the game, which was honest. No problem. I totally agree with what he says. We can be a lot better. But when a player finishes a game, he's exhausted. He's done 110 minutes in that heat. He's shattered. He's carried his team through. He scored 2 goals. The last thing he wants to hear for the first question is, the manager said that's not good enough. Why do you say, okay, Jude Bellingham, what was that feeling like? Look at the fans behind you. How positive? Why can't we be positive in the media?
Because you can see that. You can quite clearly see there's a lot of positivity around you, Gabby.
What do you mean? Yeah, but that's the first question you want to ask your man. You don't want to be asked a negative question when you're
trying
shattered.
to win the World Cup.
Exactly.
Not just get to a semi-final.
No one said you're not trying
You've got through the quarterfinals. It wasn't your best performance.
Yeah.
It's nothing to get really overly excited about.
I think it is. I think it 100% is, because this World Cup, France are the only team that have been outstanding. Argentina, like I said, we've got through every round being poor. Then after the game, being in their media, we got to do. That's a conversation for another day.
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
very good morning to you. You're listening to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne. Gabby Agbonlahor is here, and Emmanuel Petit. Now, something that has dominated the headlines during this World Cup is the officiating. So what do we know about the officials for Argentina against England? talkSPORT's Max Scott is back with us to give us a bit more on this, because there's been some chat and
more outrage. More outrage. So, Moroccan-born American referee who plies his trade in the MLS, Ismail Elfath, has been appointed for the semi-final against between England and Argentina. There's been outrage off the back of this because he is well known, supposedly, in the MLS and then in his previous games that he's refereed in the World Cup, for allowing play to go on, for embracing the physicality of the game and being reluctant to show yellow cards. And so there are England fans that are worried that he's going to continue this theme of not cautioning Argentinian players. You know, before the last game, I think they were on 20 fouls per yellow card compared to England, who were on 7 fouls per yellow card. There's also sort of these more conspiratorial claims that because he referees in the MLS, he's going to favour Lionel Messi. And it plays into these conspiracies that, you know, FIFA just want Lionel Messi to win the tournament. I think that it's all gone a little bit far with that side of things.
Yeah,
Get on with the game.
It probably has, but then I see reports yesterday that, like, some of the songs that the Argentinian players are singing, FIFA have just blind eye to it. If that was other countries, would there be problems? That FIFA would have to say, yep, you can't be doing that. Is there a fight? Whatever. But it just seemed like this World Cup Argentina.
Have there been no caution towards
No, they have received yellow cards and received more in the previous game for extra time.
But even what Gab's talking about to do with the fans chanting the...
Well, the players were chanting for, well, they say
World Cup final for the first time in 60 years. It's live on talkSPORT tomorrow. Build up from 7, kick off at 8. The whole of England desperate to get this win. So let's find out how friend of the show and pop star Ollie Murs is handling the nerves ahead of this one. He was out in Miami for the Norway game. Ollie, you back home now? Good morning.
Yes, I'm home. Good morning.
You okay,
I'm
mate?
back now.
Good.
How are you?
Oh, well, pal.
We're good. How are you? You nervous? You got the old butterflies?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, I'm really, you know, being there at the weekend, it was such an amazing atmosphere, and, you know, the game wasn't particularly great, but just to be amongst the England fans, to see, you know, us make another semi-final in a major tournament, it was just, yeah, it was brilliant. Really, really great. And yeah, I've definitely got the holiday blues coming home. I definitely, it'd be nice to be out in Atlanta now, but no, just an amazing experience. And yeah, it was an interesting game, that was for sure.
Ollie, you see your experiences of football, and you know you've been to so many games, and like you just said there, does it show how big of a sport football is and how much it means to people? Not just us in this country. You see the South Americans, the Africans, and the Asian teams. They're fans. You know, they're in tears, aren't they, after a goal, after a win? It means so much to people.
No, it does. And we were, me and Righty were over there. We were doing some work. We were speaking to lots of different fans across the world. And we actually spoke to the Americans. And for them guys, obviously, it's quite odd because they're so good at loads of sports. They're so good at basketball. They're good at the American football. And I think what they can't understand, which I kind of get, is they can't understand just how big football is. Yeah. And soccer over there is just taken over. And they can't believe just how... One, they're not the best at it because obviously they're normally good at every sport, but they just can't believe just the magnitude of how big football is across the world, and I think it's just really captured the imagination in America. And I know that obviously they've done the tournament before, but being over there, I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is. I mean, being over there, like I think it's been hard for me in the UK to kind of get what can I say, like get too excited about the World Cup. I've been trying my best to, I think, because of the times and everything. But when I went over there at the weekend, because I just wanted to feel it. And I tell you what, it was unbelievable. The atmosphere over there, the fans, just the you know, the energy down at South Beach in Miami was phenomenal. And just to highlight as well, I mean, I know there's been a lot of talk about the hydration breaks, and I've been one of them with my friends, just going, oh, it's just so frustrating when you're watching TV and you're just like, you get these little pockets of hydration breaks. But I've got to tell you, the weekend in Miami. The only way I can describe it, and me and my friends were talking about it at the game, it was like walking into a sauna with your clothes on.
Yeah, steam
and I'm
room
not
vibes.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. We got into our seats, and it was honestly within 5 minutes we were drenched.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what it was like for the players. And obviously, there's been a lot of chat about Jude Bellingham and the comments with Tuchel and stuff. But I think, you know, the players, fair play to them, because that heat and that temperature was so hot. And I don't know if this has come out or not, but we were told when we were in the stadium this was the hottest game of the World Cup so far. So, you know, people can sit here and criticise the performance, but you know, listen, it was really hot. The temperature was hard to play in, and you know what? Credit to the boys that, you know, mentally they got through it. And, you know, we're into the semi-finals.
I'm surprised you didn't have aircon in the box with David Beckham drinking wine.
You know what, one of the guys I was trying to get Bex's attention. I was like, come on, Bex, can you get me
Chuck
in,
us
please,
a wine,
mate?
will you?
Yeah, but no, it was, like I said to you, it was a phenomenal experience. And I don't think we haven't played particularly well. And I think most England fans would agree. A lot of the fans that I spoke to, we haven't been playing particularly well, but you know what? The best is yet to come, I think. Exactly.
I mean, it's a huge game. There's a rivalry here, Ollie. You did a bit of a rallying cry last time you were on.
I'm not doing it again.
Go
No, that was more.
Ollie.
No, that was more.
Ollie, but they won when you did it, so it's
no, they asked me to. They asked me because I saw Ross Kemp do his videos online, and they asked me to do it. But I just want to say, whilst I'm on here as well, Gabby, Tillerman's going to Man United. He's massive.
I agree, mate.
He's going to a bigger club, a better club.
Gabby.
Well, come on, mate. Ollie, we're talking about England here. We're together. You're trying to cause division.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's levels to this game. And Man United, and Tillerman's is going up a level to come to Man United. You know it deep down.
Are you born in Manchester, Ollie?
Here we go.
Are you on the train back to London after the games, like most Man United fans?
See, I knew you'd get personal.
Can I ask you something, though, going back to this game tomorrow? If there's one, I don't know if you've been to an Argentina game. I went to Argentina, Mexico in Qatar World Cup, and their fans, mate, are probably the best in terms of noise and the way they sing Messi. Whoever's going to the game tomorrow, England fans, they have to be as loud as possible because the Argentinian fans take over, mate.
Listen, I know what you're saying. I'll tell you what, the atmosphere and the togetherness of the fans over in America are unbelievable. Like we was in the stadium, and I'm not even afraid to say this. Where our seats were, they were so boring that we had to. We actually left our seats and we squeezed ourselves into the wonder wall, the wall at the back of the stadium, and we literally squeezed ourselves in with the England fans. And I tell you what, I honestly, I've never felt more patriotic being in that group of fans, singing together with the players, singing Wonderwall, all the songs, It's Coming Home, whatever Sweet Caroline, whatever it was. There was a real togetherness, and you know what? I know them fans travelling to Atlanta tonight. Tomorrow or today or tomorrow for the Argentina game, I know whatever happens, they'll give it 100%, and they'll give the guys that 12th man as much as they can. So.
Lovely.
Come on, England!
Come on!
You go, Ollie. There he is. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Thanks for coming on.
Top man.
All the best.
All the best.
Up the Villa.
Ollie Murs there.
Up United. Tillermans,
Get him off. Cut him off. Cut him off.
The title's coming home.
Coming up, we'll find out exactly what it's like to play alongside Lionel Messi and just how much of a threat this team will be to England. Federico Fernandez is with us next on Breakfast.
put it to him. The fans are loving it. You guys are in the semi-final.
But he talked about the manager specifically, and we're criticising or observing or opining on what Jude Bellingham's response to his manager, not what the fans say.
Was Tuchel unhappy with the performance?
Yeah, so he should be.
Yeah, that's what Gabriel put to Jude.
But it also talked...
That's a fair question to put to Jude,
But why didn't he
isn't
put
it?
the balance?
But is that not a fair question to put to Bellingham?
At the same time as putting balance in the conversation. If you're trying
We'll agree to disagree on
it's
that.
dishonest. It's absolutely fundamentally
What's dishonest about it?
Because you're not presenting the full picture. You are taking what the manager's worst
Tuchel
things...
said his bit, and Jude said his bit.
But that is why I qualify things by sitting with you and peers, and I'm delighted to say that whilst I'm in the media, I'm not a creation of it. I didn't build my career around the media.
All that again.
Well, it's true.
That again.
It's true.
I've never heard anything like that.
Because you wouldn't, because you're a journalist. Your entire life has been journalism. What you do is you look at it and go,
Morgan
how can we get...
throat about that as well? No, we don't.
but he
And that's
talks
where
crap-
you're wrong.
but he
No
talks
one
crap
in the
as well.
media, when
But
you
he
get
talks
to the
crap as
level
well.
of Gabriel Clark, you're not in a mix zone, or you're not in a post-match situation going, oh, I've got him. I've got him. You do not get it.
I watch you guys.
You do not get
I
it.
watch you do it. I watch you do it. I watch peers do it. I
All
watch
right,
Gabriel Clark. I
right,
watch you
I
all do
see.
it. I've been on the receiving
You
end.
think this is a gotcha moment?
Yeah, you
How
guys love
wrong
it.
can you be?
You guys can't get more excited.
And have you never done
And
a
when you
gotcha
see some-
moment?
No, I have a strong... Well, like what?
In your various media
No, when
forums?
I have a robust conversation with somebody about opinions on something,
Even though,
I don't try and
you're
trip
in the
them
media
up.
or part of it or not part of it, or when you're in or
No, I
out
try
of it.
to make them accountable, or give them
Yeah.
a rounded perspective. So if I confront somebody with an argument, it's rounded, so they can deal with all aspects of it. Because I want to win the argument on facts, on merit,
So really,
not by
in the media,
creating.
there's nobody else like you.
I don't think so. Yeah, absolutely right.
Love it.
Anybody else under Premier League Football Club?
Love it.
No.
No, that's true. And I'll give you that.
There you go.
And that is true.
It's one of the most infamous moments in World Cup history. Zidane's headbutt on Marco Materazzi in the 2006 final sent shockwaves through the footballing world. It wasn't a particularly ill-tempered final. Argentinian ref Horacio Elizondo had only shown 3 yellow cards until this point in extra time. Zidane and Materazzi had been the main protagonists of the match so far. Materazzi committed the foul for the penalty, which Zidane scored after 7 minutes. Then 12 minutes later, Materazzi equalised from a corner. Materazzi said in the 2020 interview he was asked at half-time to man-mark Zidane. So they'd been literally rubbing each other up the wrong way for more than an hour before the tension boiled over in extra time. Some reports suggested Materazzi had insulted Zidane's mother, but he successfully refuted that in a libel case 2 years later. According to the Italian, Zidane started it with a little insult, saying, "I'll give you my shirt later." Then he responded by saying, "I'd rather have your sister than your shirt." And Zidane switched. In 2022, he said, "I'm not at all proud of what I did, but it's part of my past." But would he apologise? To his teammates and fans, yes. But to Materazzi? I'd rather die.
Je ne regrette rien.
Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet
Buckfast wine.
Good times never seem so good.
Good morning, you listen to World Cup Breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn Aherne. Emmanuel Petit is in the house alongside our Gabby Agbonlahor. We're building up to England's massive semi-final tomorrow night against Argentina. If you're in the Midlands area, there's no better place to watch it than at the talkSPORT fan zone at the SI Warehouse Villa Park. Gabby, you were there at the last
Guess
couple
I
of games.
was.
Good fun, good
Yeah, it
crack.
was my third one. This was the best one so far. Over 1,000 fans in there. Had some good banter when I went on to stage and had some good crack with the fans. Just a good venue. The aircon's lovely. The food's good.
we need that.
The drinks are good. The vibe's good. The DJ Majestic was on. He was good. You know, a lot of Villa fans, but also West Brom, Wolves, Birmingham City. Anybody is welcome there. It was real good fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night doing another one.
Would you like to go there tonight, Emmanuel, if you're hanging around?
What, tonight?
You want to go up to...
Tonight, you mean?
Yeah, maybe watch a game up in the
forget
Midlands. Get out of mess. Not Bastille Day? No.
I got other plans, tonight.
What are your plans tonight then?
Yeah, special things tonight.
How do you watch France play? Like, how will you do that in what setting?
Well, I will be working on a French radio tonight, commentating the game. So I will be, aircon room, by myself.
You see when you're on,
Yeah.
like live for a game, you see
Yeah.
like the Paraguay game, are you controlling yourself?
No,
swearing
I can't.
or you can't control yourself.
That's the way I am, You like it or not, it's up to you. But when I was commentating game as well on TV, sometimes I could hear, people screaming.
Stop.
Yeah, you have to be careful on what you're saying. I mean, this is only football. Who cares?
Yes, I agree.
mean, emotions are the most important, when you speak about football. And this is why, I cannot control myself, especially the Paraguay game. I was almost breaking, the microphone because I just wanted to go into the pitch, just to get a fight with them.
I done a game for a couple of games for Aston Villa, start of the season. They haven't called me back talkSPORT because I was shouting at the referee when I meant to be like neutral. I was just screaming at the referee. Foul! It's a foul for us! It's a foul for us! What's going on? How?
Yeah, it's
and
hard.
they're like, Gabby, stop! You need to be
To be what?
neutral. Yeah, but
Why?
I can't.
I mean,
Yeah, everyone knows you played for Villa.
I know, but it's
Everyone
difficult.
knows you played for
They haven't
France.
phoned me. They must have lost my number.
until you respect people, you know that you have certain limits,
Exactly.
on life. But come on, we are human beings. This is football. You
emotions.
cannot control yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We'll be listening. It'll be fun. Don't forget, we've got £26,000 cash up for grabs. How are you going to celebrate winning that? If it were to come your way, get yourself on holiday, pay off a bill, mortgage, whatever you want to do.
Get you one ticket for the final, wouldn't it?
Get your wee ticket and a flight to the final, that's for sure. 26 grand could be yours, completely tax-free. Here's how you can enter. Go to talksportwin.com now. talksportwin.com. 26 big ones could be yours. Now, could Messi and Argentina go back to back?
Messi in the day. There's the hat-trick for Lionel Messi.
By the way, he was voted best player in Qatar, yeah? He's playing better today than he did then.
Ball in towards Messi. Oh, how on earth has he squeezed that in?
We won't give up easily. We're going to fight till the end for Messi. That's a team spirit that is difficult to play against.
And Enzo Fernandez! Oh, yes! Argentina have done it!
We have just witnessed one of the greatest World Cup comebacks.
Knocks it back for Julian Alvarez. Alvarez goes for goal! What a goal!
If you won a big game in the World Cup, obviously, I don't think you can get any bigger than Argentina, England.
So Lionel Scaloni's men have scraped their way through to the semis through grit and determination and a little will of the magician Lionel Messi. To give us more, let's bring in a man who's part of the Argentina side that got to the 2014 World Cup final. He made 199 Premier League appearances as well. Former centre-back Federico Fernandez is with us this morning. A very good morning to you, Federico. How's
Good morning,
things?
Federico.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Let's start with Messi, shall we? Probably get asked about this an awful lot. You shared the pitch with him 24 times. What's he like in the dressing room? What will he be like going into the semi-final?
Oh, yeah, unbelievable. We just been talking for 4 years about Messi, and he's still showing at 39 years old what
he can do on the pitch. Obviously manage better the times and the condition, but still making the difference. So yeah, playing alongside him was absolutely great. Seeing him in training is just unbelievable what he can do with the ball. And yeah, I mean, I'm 37, so he's 39 and still going. So yeah,
Incredible.
He's always been very fit and take care of himself.
Federico, I've been to so many games of football to watch, and the one that stands out for me was Qatar World Cup, Argentina versus Mexico. I was in the stadium watching, and when Messi scored that goal, the first goal, I've never felt chills like it. From the atmosphere, the way the fans were singing his name, it felt like there was a god on the football pitch. How good is this player?
Yeah, absolutely, Gabby, you're right. I mean, Argentina was in a really good run for I don't know how many games unbeaten, and going to the World Cup and not the best result against Saudi, and the second game against Mexico, it was massive. You can feel the pressure. When we scored the first goal, it was even Aymar on the bench, the assistant of Scaloni, like was crying because he was very tense. You know, the World Cup, only one game can change everything. And from that point, I think the team started to get the confidence back and remember what they've been doing before. And I think over the tournament, they show the quality.
But we have to remember, isn't it, even though Messi has the most goals, most assists, most key passes, most accurate passes, most big chances, there's one player that I'm really scared of, and he turned up last game, Alvarez. I mean, that goal he scored is what he's been doing all season for Atletico Madrid. That's why Real Madrid and Barcelona want him. He's one of the big threats tomorrow night.
Definitely. Not only because the quality he showed in that goal, but for a defender, having a striker like him, he's running all the game and chasing you is hard. It's hard. And that's one of the Argentinian strengths, because he made a lot of effort to make this pressing high and try to help the team. But yeah, absolutely top player.
Federico, I have a simple question for you. In your opinion, what are the keys in this game?
For me, I see like England struggle a little bit on the right-hand side, with that changing few on the right back. Depending on how he will play on that wing. I think there is an opportunity to Argentina to exploit that. Mm-hmm. It will be interesting to see if Argentina put a winger as well, because at the moment, they play with a lot of people through the middle. Mm-hmm. But on the bench, they had the possibility to, maybe Simeone or Gonzalez. Before that, we're talking about in Qatar, we had Di Maria that played in the final on the right because it was Koundé as a right back. So it's a similar situation. Will be see what Scaloni is thinking about the tactical part of the game and see if they can change anything. Otherwise, Argentina have this possibility on the bench to be more direct, and I think that's a part where I see Argentina can exploit. On the other hand, I think England play different with wingers, with speed, and because Argentina play with a football very high, I think on transition maybe they can explode this area where the other day they scored from Gordon to Bellingham. So I think this kind of action, I think it will be key. Obviously, it's a semi-final where both teams are more, concerned and thinking about how to attack, when to attack. You can, in this stage where, mentally and emotionally, it's a game to play in a different way.
And my last question will be very simple. How do you stop Messi? What will be the solution for England?
I think you can stop him.
Thank
That's
you.
the reality. This question has been
for the last 20 years, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And when you watch again, I watch again, I say, look, you can put, double defender, free defender, but he always find the way to get the ball, maybe dropping deep or move to the other side, and he just need, a good pass, a good control to make the difference. Even if you put one player on him, I don't know, he's working. No, I think they try over the years everything they could to stop, and yeah.
Did you try, Federico, in training? Did you ever try and stop Lionel Messi?
You just kick him.
How'd that go?
Oh no way!
No,
You wouldn't come back.
I say to the coach, try to put me on the same team always, please.
Brilliant. We have to let you go, but there's a huge rivalry between Argentina and England. How's the build up to this game back home? Do you think there's a way that maybe Argentina could see a man be sent off because of emotions, perhaps?
Well, it's a big game. We don't play each other for a long time. I think it was 1998, if I'm right. Messi never played against England. But yeah, it's a football. I mean, we like the sport and just focus on that.
Exactly.
People go too far sometimes with what we face as a country. It's no point because people in England spent last 10 years in here, very friendly, and even in Argentina, I don't think about just going to football. The emotions are very high, and I think this sport produces a lot of joy to people that, we have enough in every day with our staff, and the World Cup stop for a month and give you something to
spot on, mate.
To be together.
Yes.
Yeah, to be happy about. Federico, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Federico.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Gracias, Federico.
No, probably. Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, hasta luego.
Yes.
Hasta luego.
Yes.
Hasta luego.
I agree.
Yes. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hey, hombre, you're showing off, Emmanuel. We have to break.
Arriba. Coming up for you, we're going to speak to Emmanuel on exactly what it's like building up to a World Cup final.
They get into this weird situation where they forget what happened before. So all the big games, they played Havertz, right? Gyökeres, who you bought in at the start of the season, was going to be, for all the big games, in all the big games, he was on the bench. Yeah. Facts, that's what happened. So the manager doesn't trust him. That's not our opinion, that's just objectively looking at it. Havertz gets injured quite a lot, unfortunately. Gabby Jesus is not the same since he's come back from his injury. So if you're now telling me that you can get through this season again and everybody else is going to be as poor as they were last year, I think you're just forgetting the fact that you lot were all losing your marbles around the Man City loss. And it was, we need a proper striker. Arteta don't know what he's doing again. You win the league, it's great, we're going to win it.
But you know, what I've always said to, I've always said to you, I always said to him, though, Gyökeres wasn't bought in for the big games, did I? I said that to you. We bought Gyökeres in for the game.
No, I get
listen,
explain.
I want to hear
the year before, Arsenal, it weren't the record against Man City's, the Liverpool, it weren't that cost us the league. It was we couldn't beat Fulham, couldn't beat West Ham, couldn't beat them lesser clubs. Gyökeres, I mean, he said it. Right, it's one of them. Gyökeres this season, though, Gyökeres this season scored against the Fulhams, the West Ham, so we didn't have a problem getting past those teams, which is why then we went on to win the league.
Okay, I think you won the league because you played very pragmatic football. I'm not actually allowed to say the type of football that people are calling it on air, but you played a certain type of football.
Would you play that type of football to win the league?
No.
What?
What are you talking? Of course you would.
Honestly.
I was a footballer.
No, it's just like...
Well, my team.
Yeah.
No, I'll be happy like you lot. I'll be exactly... You get me? I'll be happy. Of course I will.
But would you like to see Spurs play that way to win?
Brendan Johnson scored with like his knee or something and we won the trophy. I'm happy. I don't care, bro. However it gets done, I'm happy. I don't really care. But what I'm saying is, you can't like gloat about it and say, oh, we don't need a 9. That's crazy. You do need a 9, respectfully. What are you talking about, bro? If you sold Osimhen and Havertz right now, you could... sorry, Osimhen. If you bought Osimhen and sold Gyökeres and Havertz right now, you'd be great. You'd be fine. You could buy Barcola. Barcola and Osimhen changes their team, bro. Surely.
Do you know what? I'm happy with what we got.
Oh, you're a liar. That's a lie. You're a liar. That is a lie.
I'm happy with
that. Is a
Get ready to get that winning feeling with talkSPORT Win. This summer, talkSPORT is bringing you live and official coverage of every game of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And to celebrate, we're giving away £26,000 guaranteed. Go to win.talksport.com to enter now, and you could win 26 grand in your hand, tax-free. Enter now, and you could be the next to get that winning feeling, courtesy of talkSPORT Win. Find out how to enter now at win.talksport.com.
Agbonlahor has just been doing a little bit of François for us.
We can't repeat what we spoke about.
He was saying somebody used to get really angry at him.
No fear. Hey, stop. No more.
She was angry a lot. Good morning. It's been a pleasure to have 98 French World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit with us in the studio. For the duration of the tournament, you have been brilliant.
Yes,
you have been excellent. We hope it remains.
My English.
No, your English is better than ours.
Very good, yes.
Combined, to be fair. We can focus on that now as England, France, Spain and Argentina all have the opportunity over the next 2 days to reach sport's greatest occasion.
And here comes Ferguson. Some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now Vieira. Emmanuel Petit. 3. The World Cup belongs to France. And Zidane has headbutted Marco Materazzi. Forget the red mist, it's a red card. Zinedine Zidane sent off. Fabregas through. It's Iniesta to win the World Cup for Spain. That's the goal that surely sees them crowned champions of the world. And France are the World Cup winners in 2018 after an epic final. Montiel, he's going to hit it right-footed. Argentina are the champions of the world.
Right, Emmanuel, when we say World Cup Paris 1998, what's your one word?
History.
I mean, leading up to that game, I'd say you're quite different to maybe usual footballers or former pros who come in. Very spiritual, and you focus a lot on the way people are and the way that they move.
Yeah.
How did you build up to that final? What was your prep like the night before?
Well, as soon as I woke up this day, it was such a sunshine, outside. It was in the middle of the forest because Clairefontaine, the national center, are in the middle of forest. So I could hear, the birds and everything. So I felt like a huge privilege in my life. I felt very happy that I was about to play that final in front of my own citizen, my own family and friends. It was an honor for me to represent my country. So I felt no stress at all.
Wow.
I felt the pressure, but not stress I felt the pressure in a positive way.
Privilege.
Yeah, I was really happy. I will spend a lot of money to live that day again.
Oh.
The emotions, everything was so right from the start until the end, the celebration and everything. So everything's still in my mind. Some movement I've made, in my bedroom, what I ate at breakfast, things like this, what I said to my teammates. It was the environment, the vibes, everything was so positive. And
when you say history, is it the sense of that no matter how many years go by, I was part of the team?
Yes, still.
Generations,
still.
Your kids, when we're not here one day, it's there forever.
I took the train yesterday. People stopped me at the train station.
Yeah.
Taking pictures. Sometimes it amazes me because it's only football. I know that football is very important in terms of emotions, but we're not politics. We're not scientists. We don't change people's lives. We can inspire. This is it. But the fact that people are still talking about what happened 28 years ago amazes me. And that's why I love football. The emotion, it unites people all the time. And this is why I disagree with FIFA, because they are destroying football.
Mm-hmm. It's all about money for them.
It's been the case for years. We are not naive, but we should protect football.
Yeah, and you had premonitions leading up to that whole final as well. You saw it clearly in your mind from being quite young.
Yeah,
there'll be players in this England team who have been doing that as well.
Okay.
I would imagine who have been dreaming of this moment. What's that one bit of advice you would give to them before they go out on that pitch?
Are you ready to make history? We don't talk about football anymore. It's beyond football. Are you willing to be immortal in people's hearts? This is a rare opportunity for you to change your life forever. Just take it.
You're great. Let's go for lunch.
But he didn't add at the end, but not against France.
Yeah, exactly. France, Spain tonight, live on talkSPORT at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, the big one for you English fans tomorrow night, England take on Argentina. Two absolute blockbusters on the way here on the talkSPORT network. Emmanuel,
thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you tonight.
Good luck.
It's been really good to speak to you. Don't forget, we'll find out if this French team can reach the World Cup final tonight here on talkSPORT, 8 o'clock. And then we'll hear from Emmanuel, hopefully after that, if he doesn't get cancelled for swearing on French radio later on. Coming up next, Hawksby and Jacobs are here. We'll see you at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning ahead of England, Argentina.
Come on, England.
Come on.
You go, Ollie. There he is. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Thanks for coming on.
Top man.
All the best.
All the best.
Up the Villa.
Ollie Murs there.
Up United. Tillemans, come
Get him
on.
off. Cut him off. Cut him off.